tú estás comiste McDonald's, pero tú tienes dinero para McDonald's. Tú tienes dinero. Tú tienes dinero. I'm like, I ain't got that. I ain't got
That's how
that.
we starting. That's how we starting.
That's
I'm
funny
like,
as
why? What?
hell.
I ain't
I'm
got
I'm I'm a
that.
10-year-old child with no job. Why would I have that money?
All right.
Tú tienes dinero. Tú tienes. I don't got it, bro. I
My bad, my
ain't
bad.
got
Lo
it, bro.
siento,
What's up?
my bad.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? How we
I
doing?
ain't with it, bro.
Yeet.
Let me make sure this is
Jeez.
so.
Nate's forehead's like shine bright like a diamond.
That's crazy. That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy
I hate
statement.
you, man. G, take your do rag off, man.
I'm not the one who said it. Why you coming at me?
I gotta get a heat to someone else. At least I show my hair.
Oh
Goddamn.
my god!
I didn't say nothing though. I'm not the one who came after you. Why you coming at me?
But you're
Yeah,
racist, so I mean, you
I gotta
have.
take the heat off me, bro. I gotta take the heat off me.
I guess.
Hold on, G. You know what I just noticed?
All right.
What the fuck that fraud wearing up there? That ugly ass shirt.
Oh, is he wearing a Brett shirt? Oh,
I
wow.
told you I'd wear a shirt for your ass.
Wow.
Because it triggers you so much.
Wow.
That shit is ugly. You don't take that shit off.
Nah,
I got a Hitman shirt. Yeah, well, it's tragic.
Crazy.
I don't deserve any of this slander.
All right, everybody waiting. If everybody waiting, bro, we apologize, man. My Wi-Fi was down, man. We had that badass storm, bro. It had to come through, but the storm was crazy, man. That shit felt like goddamn tornadoes outside or something, man. That shit was going wild, bro. Sirens and shit going off.
That's crazy. It's kind of storming over here, so.
Nah, it was bad over. I mean, the storm wasn't long, but it hit pretty hard. But the Wi-Fi went down and shit was taking a minute to come back on, bro. That shit was aggravating me. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Damn Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. Nate, how you gonna tell me to take my direct off and Mo has his on too, man? Come on.
I show my hair on a
Yeah,
consistent
he do be
basis.
showing his hair, bro. Them tight ass braids, he be showing it.
Pipe
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
It make him think a lot though. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jimmy Neutron's think. You know what I'm saying? All Mo got to do is think.
Do it though, because he showed up to the.
Gee, you're literally racist, bro. Pipe down.
Hey, you literally partake in activities that.
Hey,
Here you
yeah.
go on bullshit. I like how chat forgot about that shit last week, but they
Because I
still
wasn't
stick
here to
G
remind
Hogan.
them. It's okay.
Nah,
It's
it's
okay.
cool. You still G Hogan. It's cool.
G do rag reveal win.
They just decided to let Mo.
We're gonna have to get G to make a bet on a match or something, bro, to put that do rag away for somebody he
Bro,
like gonna
deadass.
have to lose or something.
We should have done that with Swerve and Joe.
Yeah, you should have. You
Yeah.
should have. You
Yeah,
should have. Oh, Malik, do you wanna tell him or do I? Do you wanna let him know
About what?
about what we talked about today?
Oh, the podcast. Yeah, you can tell him because you set it up. So
All right, guys. Well, people have been asking. People have been waiting for it to happen, and unfortunately, I am. working
actually,
for
probably,
Jeff
actually,
Bezos now.
I could probably share the link in the chat, couldn't I?
I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you
you can. So sometimes, when we're late like this, maybe you have to go. Maybe you can't watch the podcast live, but you know where you can watch it? On Spotify. Because Apple, for whatever reason, doesn't want to let us put our podcast up there. I don't know why.
That's
So
I'll show
you
you how to
can
do
watch
it. I'll
it
show you how
on
to do it.
Spotify. I mean, listen to it on Spotify whenever you can. All episodes have been uploaded, and today's episode will be uploaded by tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time. So
I
you
will.
can go back and rewatch everything in case you're missing it.
I will share the chat right. I will share the link in the chat right now. For the people who may want to watch it on Spotify or anything. I wonder, can you pin
Thank
comments
y'all
on
for the
here?
support though, man. We wouldn't
Yeah.
upload on Spotify.
Yeah, much
without
love,
y'all
y'all. Much
watching,
love.
man.
Much love.
Can't
That
pin
would-
comments. That's crazy.
Tristan, you don't want me in a do
You
rag.
can't pin comments on here. That's you might have to go to your actual YouTube and pin it.
Oh, wait a minute. This.
Yeah, you might have to go studio.
Okay. It says pinned one, but I don't see it on the bottom. Maybe it's maybe right. Maybe I have to go on.
Would
the
Apple just
actual-
like deny it or just like?
Bro, I was trying to make the account like 5 times and it just wouldn't.
I'll show
create
you how to
the
do
account.
it.
Okay,
I'll show you
yeah.
how to do it because I did it with my
Because I had one for mine like a year and some change ago, but the process to make it was not as complicated as it is now.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, so we can dive. Let's dive into the
I don't
topic.
want me in a do rag, bro. Y'all saw me in a bandana already, bro. That's
So yeah, you can check us out on Spotify. Every episode will be uploaded on there. We will also continue to stream, obviously, on YouTube as well, and Twitch and everything else for the people watching and stuff. So you guys can check it out and watch wherever you are. Now we'll dive into what everybody's been waiting for. Like I said, the storm was going crazy over here, bro. So the Wi-Fi was down, but link for the Discord. I will drop that in a second. Give me a minute. Let me drop this.
You have a Discord? Look, why do I feel like I barely found it?
Yeah, I'm not really in it like that a lot. Don't gonna lie to you. I used to be, but I be forgetting. I just be forgetting I have it.
Bro, mine get too hectic. I'm out of it.
But I'll drop the link for the Discord real quick for everybody watching.
It said Nate. Not gonna lie, Nate looks weird without his do-rag on.
There you guys go.
Hey, man. I ain't got to cut in a minute, bro.
Do they
You gotta
not
get
watch
used to
Nate's
it.
skits? He barely.
All right.
About to say, don't Nate just be living life?
I do be living
Don't
life.
many
bro.
Living La Vida Loca.
But don't many like bully him for not wearing a do-rag? Like,
All right, bro. All right, bro.
All right. So before we dive into everything on the show, I want to talk about how much better these Saudi shows have gotten just in general. I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that happened in like the first 2 years of these shows. Just kind of recap like how bad they really were. So pretty much ever since they came back from pandemic, the shows have progressively gotten a lot better due to better booking. The crowds have been better. But from 2018 to 2020, all these things happened in a span of 2 years on different shows. Not all the shows, same shows, but different shows. So we had, in the earlier stages of these Saudi shows, we had DX versus Brothers of Destruction. We had Shane McMahon. We had Shane McMahon winning the Best in the World Cup. Brock Lesnar destroyed Braun Strowman in a match that lasted 1 minute and 15 seconds, where Braun Strowman had no offensive moves and took 5 F5s in a row. We had Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns at one show. Goldberg versus The Undertaker happened. Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez happened, which was 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
I damn forgot about that.
Useless.
We had Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
Jesus.
Brock Lesnar dominated and destroyed Ricochet in a match that was 1 minute and 35 seconds, where Ricochet had no offensive moves.
Wait,
we had
Team Hogan and Team Flair.
I was just thinking, who was on those teams?
It was
you had Roman Reigns on one of those
Rusev.
teams. You had Shorty G when he was Chad Gable when he was Shorty G.
Ricochet.
We had Ricochet on there. It was pretty much.
Captain North America.
Other matches that we had on there, we had Goldberg beat the Fiend, which we all remember.
Classic.
And majority of, I actually looked this up just to kind of, majority of Brock Lesnar matches at the show, most of them he dominated, and most of them were under 3 minutes.
Is he undefeated at Saudi shows?
No, he's not undefeated,
he lost
but
he lost to Roman. Yeah.
he had quite a few matches that were on the show that had a lot of potential, like him versus Ricochet. Like obviously we knew Ricochet wasn't gonna win, but it's like damn, bro, y'all couldn't.
It's a smaller guy, so you would assume like he would.
Y'all couldn't give Ricochet like 10 minutes to do what he could do in the ring. Brock Lesnar has good matches with the smaller guys too, bro. So it's like y'all couldn't give my man Ricochet 10 minutes, bro. He got 1 minute and 35 seconds, bro, and he had no offensive moves. I actually went back to look at it just to make sure because I forgot about it. He literally no offensive moves whatsoever. He took a slam, 3 suplexes, and an F5, and that was it.
They could have just not had Brock defend the title. We would have been.
But then you would have people bitch about it that he's not defending the title.
Yeah, so pretty much
damned
since
if you do, damned if you don't.
pretty much since Crown
pretty
Jewel
much.
2021, the Saudi shows have gotten a lot better because within those first 2 years, they were oh my gosh,
They're really bad.
I mean, they were literally calling it non-canon at one point.
Yeah.
They were.
All these shows were like,
The greatest
okay, this
Royal
is
Rumble.
just, the greatest Royal Rumble, the most non-canon thing ever.
Yeah,
Daniel
we
Bryan
had,
technically has the record for the longest time. In a
He
Royal
does.
Rumble match.
Strowman
Yeah.
has the most eliminations.
Yeah.
ever.
And a win.
And a win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Strowman won that Rumble, and there was a lot of
did,
people.
yeah. He did.
There was a lot of people in there. That first show wasn't overall too bad because
The
it was the
match don't
first
count.
one. I think they were trying to build something up, but literally the next Saudi show they had was DX versus Brothers of Destruction, so it went down.
Like it just felt
Hey,
like
we
a
had- hey, we
glorified
also
house show
had-
at first.
Yeah, and we also had what's it called? Titus O'Neil, his greatest highlight of his career.
I was more entertained.
That highlight is gonna get him into the Hall of Fame. I hope y'all know that.
Oh, easily.
That
He
highlight
already
is
is.
getting him
Technically.
into
He already
the
is in the Hall of
He
Fame.
is
Yeah.
in technically.
He's a warrior
The Warrior
recipient.
Award.
Technically,
Oh.
he's already in. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna
I
get a
think
full
I think the
induction.
first match of all the Saudi shows it was John Cena and Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually
John Cena's last singles win.
Yeah, I actually recently went back and watched that match, and it was just like regular lockup, and then pedigree, kick out, AA, kick out, another AA. Typical old head match.
I was like, that's an old head match. That is a
old head match.
That is a true.
Yeah, it was.
But overall for the Saudi crowd, that was good for them. That's what
that first Saudi show wasn't too bad. They also had a ladder match on there with like Seth Rollins. And
that match was good. I'll give them that.
They had
hey, you remember what happened after Cena won though? He cut that promotional promo that got no reaction whatsoever. But it was like right after.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was like right after the stuff in Saudi happened with the reporter or something. And it was like the worst time to do it. Remember that? Like,
yeah, that was before Crown Jewel because John Cena was supposed to be on the show and then he didn't.
And he didn't go.
I thought it was that one.
And Brian didn't go either.
Yeah,
a lot of people stopped going to Saudi. Sammy couldn't, but Kevin didn't go. I think AJ lost somebody lost the title right before because they didn't want to go.
He lost after.
Yeah, because Joe slid in for Brian's spot, I guess.
Yeah.
The first like 3 or 4 Saudi shows, they had no women, a lot of the stars, some of the main stars wouldn't go, but they
it was so bad they had to do it.
I know a guy who works for WWE, and I've talked to him before, and he was like, bro, some people still going because he said them Saudi checks are like mania checks, bro. Them things were fat, bro. So some people had to go get them, bro. That's why they was having like Brock and all the people on the show because I'm like, all right, I mean, sure. All right.
My question is CM Punk gonna do one? Because
I mean, he
wasn't
honestly,
there
bro,
either this past time.
he was.
He's injured though, but honestly though, if they got Sami Zayn, bro, I think they can anybody do it.
I was about to say I think CM Punk could do a show
because he was like he did tell Miz take your Saudi blood money. I was like,
yeah, but like
a hypocrite.
they gonna come for you when you get there.
CM Punk, bro, they gonna throw him a big ass bag, bro.
But also too, I think another thing we need to
bad money, bro.
I think another thing we need to recognize is that a lot of this stuff we've said about WWE, I don't think we can say anymore. Like, I think we do have to remember pretty much for 85% of Triple H's creative control run, other than that period from Mania 39 to like SummerSlam, other than that small little period, or like, whatever that was, Triple H, when he's controlled it and hasn't had Vince McMahon coming in his ear, whispering and tearing up scripts, it's been the best it's ever been. Now, it took a minute for the women's division to get there, but we're here now. It took them a minute, but we're here
still
now.
Working. So, still working.
I don't know if people.
I mean, we're gonna talk about all the.
Yeah, I don't know if people realize though, but like when they did the first Saudi show in 2018, but they signed a 10-year deal, so they're there until 2028. So there were always people mad about them going every year. I'm like, bro, they have a 10-year they can't
have to
go.
And it's not like
it's a breach of contract, bro. They can get sued for that. Like,
and it's not like the talent. It's not like the talent came in there and was like, yeah, sign me up for that. They ain't had no
and not to lie, I mean, realistically, like the Middle East, Saudi is like one of the richest countries in the world, bro. Like,
they're gonna re-up. The Endeavor president was already talking about re up.
Yeah,
now that
they have so much money because now
yeah,
Saudi has WWE. They're getting UFC now to do shows. They have they get all types of movie premieres every year for like a big movie. So like boxing. They're one of my boxing too, bro. Like they're one of the richest.
Yeah, they're probably gonna re-up. They're probably gonna re-up.
What's crazy is WWE.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them financially.
Like the Saudi crowd, the Saudi crowd. They go crazy. Like, I think WWE realized you need to have certain superstars on that show too. Like, Sammy is gonna be a must going forward on every Saudi show.
Yeah.
Which Nate, I saw what you put on Twitter, and I agree. I think he should win his first world title in Saudi Arabia.
I think he will.
You know what Sammy's slowly kind of turning into? You know how they always slid Mansoor on these Saudi shows to pop the crowd?
Yeah.
That's what Sammy is, but to a higher level.
Much higher.
They always bring him back that Abraham. I don't know who that guy is. That guy announcing. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. But
Abraham.
He one of them. Bro,
he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's some type of he one of them. But I mean, the shows have progressively gotten better. The crowds have gotten better.
But the energy I didn't expect. Like so.
That was
so Mo. When we were doing our watch along yesterday, there was something about the Randy and Gunther match where they made it feel like I was like, bro, I got goosebumps. Like.
Yeah.
Like that energy, they were doing the Olay, they were doing the RKO, like they were chanting all. Like it felt like France for a little bit. Where I'm like,
well,
this is Saudi crowd.
I was nervous. I was nervous for it because Saudi crowds are usually not like
the best.
Great.
Yeah.
They're usually they'll pop for the entrances and then they'll just kind of sit there. But Corey Graves keeps saying it, and we get the point, so stop saying it now. But France did start a trend. France,
easily
started easily. They're like, okay, we need to step our game up. Even the main roster crowds, like week to week, you can tell
they said they had the "You Suck," and that was in America.
Yeah, they did.
Bro, they chanted "You Suck" to Gable. Like, bro, they're starting to have that energy now, which I'm
and
that Gunther Randy match did it for me though. I'm like, bro.
And you
also, I think it helps that it was Jenna
personally,
and not
That you know what? That is a fair point as well. Because
different. There's different. I mean, obviously, different crowds and different places and different cultures. So, I mean, we don't even know what's gonna be like when they go to Scotland. I mean, we assume it's gonna be loud, but I mean, shit, we ain't know. Nobody knew Paris was gonna be like that. Like,
I mean, it's gonna be a competition. It's gonna be a competition.
I mean, because Puerto Rico was crazy. Honestly, once Backlash happened in Puerto Rico, I was like, okay, this little run that they're gonna go on with the foreign crowds, Elimination Chamber here. I think Toronto is probably gonna have one of its best crowds ever. Even though they're always a good crowd, they're a little bit more spoiled than everybody else because they get more shows on a consistent basis. So they'll have their dull moments. I don't think that's going to happen when we get some Money in the Bank, which, my goodness, WWE's got like 3 pay-per-views in the span of 2 months.
This feels like a competition because like other countries that's not the US, like whenever, because we heard like France or all over, people were saying, oh, France might be the best crowd. So now you got a crowd like Scotland that's going to be like, oh, y'all think France the best crowd?
I don't know how you talk.
Watch this. Now it's going to be a whole type shit.
I think once Drew McIntyre wins that title, that's how Glasgow talks.
Well,
because Clash at the Castle was almost one of the best crowds ever till France happened.
Backlash.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I said France.
But even then, so all over social media, you still got people like debating who's better between Puerto Rico and France. I still got France.
Quick thing.
Still debate.
I just have a bad feeling Drew's not winning at Clash. I have a feeling. I don't believe it fully, but I have
because you know what's going to happen.
And why is it? Why do you have that feeling? Why do you have that feeling?
Because of Gunther. I don't think they're gonna do the Drew and Gunther match at SummerSlam. They could, and I'm all for it.
They did it last year.
But that was a different situation.
And I think Triple H doesn't have a problem running stuff back if there's character development behind it. So Mo, I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I think they actually are going to do it because obviously the Judgment Day is starting their descent now with Liv Morgan winning that title. So I think you can keep pushing this Finn Balor thing. I think you can keep pushing this Finn Balor thing. And when Drew McIntyre does win, there's a simple solution for him losing that title. CM Punk.
Well, that is the thing.
No, not CM Punk winning. CM Punk costing him the title.
I was about to say, you don't think CM Punk's going to cost him at Clash?
I think Drew should win at Clash.
I don't know, man.
Not at Clash. It'll cost him at SummerSlam.
Have Drew win at Clash because under technicality, Drew still I still don't see Drew as a full-on heel because he's still dapping people up. So you can still run the Drew and Gunther match, but that's where you pull the trigger on Gunther.
Well, yeah.
I feel like we got Solo Sikoa in the chat, man. We don't want no bloodline.
All right.
Sup, boy.
All right, so I feel like this is the scenario that we're in, and I want to use the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa situation in NXT. I feel like Triple H knows when he has a rivalry as hot as the Drew and Punk rivalry has been, the world title doesn't need to be involved. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, it just fell in place for Ciampa to win because he was so hot, so you had to do it. But Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, that rivalry didn't need the title. So what did Triple H do? He put the title on somebody else that can still be in the mid-card but still also feel like a big deal as well. Like Aleister Black, he was staying in the mid-card, but we know Aleister Black is also a main eventer. He could have main evented if the story didn't happen. I feel like that's the same case where it's going to be with Gunther. Drew and Punk, that's the main event story for Raw. They're going to throw the world title on somebody that can fluctuate on the mid-card and the main event scene if they have to, which is going to be Gunther. Gunther's essentially the Aleister Black in the scenario. That's what I think is going to happen.
They could easily swerve us and he not win the title at all.
Hey,
you want to know why? You want to know why? Because there's somebody who they keep. Hey, if he wins Money in the Bank, they keep calling this nigga main event Jey Uso. He gotta win eventually.
He gonna get Lewis started, bro. He gonna get Lewis started.
Oh, you talking about mid-card Jey Uso?
I don't know if Jey even gets some Money in the Bank, bro.
No, but here's the thing about Clash, right? Because Punk did say in his promo a couple weeks ago that he
taking everything from
off the mic. Yeah, he said it off.
We got Roman Reigns in here, bro.
He was like, if I can be hiding in Scotland, and that there's that whole aspect of it too. So.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I got a question. I want to ask G, baby. I want to ask you something. Something serious. Serious question, because you're the one that said it, so I need to know. Liv Morgan still Dallas Cowboys, or has she overcome that now?
So.
Here we go.
Wait. Did you do research today about what was happening all over Twitter with Liv?
I did a little bit. I did a little bit. So let's talk about Liv Morgan.
What do we think this Okay, let's break it down.
Feel about her title reign.
What does this championship run have to be for Liv Morgan? Because obviously it can't be what it was.
What does it have to? Okay, so let me ask for clarification. Oh God, no, it's not.
What does it have? What does this run have to be for her to be looked at as like a real top main event star in the division?
So if that's the question you're asking, in order for that to happen, she needs to beat Becky Lynch clean, and she needs to beat Rhea Ripley clean. Now, if she doesn't do any of those things, I don't even need both, because let's be real, Becky Lynch, Dominic, because now they're pretty much establishing Dominic is like explicitly part of this now.
Bro, we got the fucking bloodline in my chat, bro.
Oh gosh, daddy. And now that Dominic is explicitly as opposed to like subliminally, even if she doesn't beat Becky Lynch clean, fine. When that triple threat inevitably happens when Rhea comes back, because she's pretty much almost there now. Like she wasn't going to be gone for long.
Right.
She needs to beat them clean. One of them. I don't care who it is, because if she beats either of them clean, you got your props.
It should be Becky.
And then after she beats them clean, she then needs to take the route of Cody Rhodes, and hear me out why I say that. My big fear of Cody Rhodes is after he won this title, they were still going to present him as this underdog babyface. They haven't. Cody Rhodes is like, no, I'm like that now, and I'm going to beat everybody who comes in my way. Liv Morgan, if she does beat Rhea and Becky, you've gotten over the hurdle. You beat the obstacle. You're on their level. You've clearly shown you're on their level because you beat them now. Do not then go back to being I still am owed this. No, you won. You got it. Be the twisted heel that you are, and just beat people. I personally can't stand when people overcome an obstacle, but then still act like they have an obstacle to overcome. Like I hate that. So if Liv Morgan overcomes this obstacle, congratulations, you overcame the obstacle. Start acting like you are the obstacle now. Do not continue to be like you are still trying to overcome an obstacle.
If she does that, do you see her as like someone that like dominates? Like she's a heel. She's supposed to be a heel. No. Supposed to be a heel.
No, but she can be a twisted heel, because technically, to all her Liv fans, she's a babyface.
They don't matter.
Realistically, though, like she's a heel, but
I feel like the type of champion she needs to be is a chicken shit heel.
She's
like, I know,
honestly, the way she won it.
Like Mo, you're gonna dislike me for saying this, but this is the only way. What showed me in her match with Becky Lynch, she has to be portrayed as an ultimate opportunist. Retain your championship by any means necessary. That's what she did. Dom didn't get involved, but when she saw an opportunity to take an easy win and to get the belt, she took it. That's what she needs to do. If they have a triple threat match with Becky, Rhea, and Liv, and Rhea does a riptide on Becky, throw Rhea out of the ring, pin Becky, because you still got the clean win. That's what she needs.
I was about to say that's still a clean win. Yeah,
So
that's what she needs.
I think right now
all
they have to do is just make her feel like a credible champion. Like I don't think they necessarily need to change her character because even though she technically is supposed to be a heel, a lot of the things that she's been doing are for valid reasons though. Like she did get hurt by Rhea, so for her to come back and go after Rhea and take her out, you can't really say that she's not in the wrong for that because Rhea's the one that did it first. You know what I mean? And then for her to want to take the title just to take everything away from Rhea like she said she was going to do, I knew that she was going to win that match because I said she's going to do whatever it takes to win. She's not going to try to take the easy way out. She'll do anything it takes to win because her ultimate goal is just to take the title. It doesn't matter how she wins it. She just needs to take the title just to shove it in Rhea's face, shove it in everybody's face to prove that she came back to complete the whole revenge story that she was completing. She's kind of like a lot like how Drew McIntyre is. Like Drew McIntyre is supposed to be heel, but a lot of the things that he says are true though. Like they're not wrong. You know what I mean? Like he's saying a lot of the things that are true, like all the stuff that he's talking about CM Punk within the bloodline. Why should he like Drew and Liv are kind of in the same boat as far as like why should we be forgiveful again? Like why should we just keep forgiving people and just trying to take the right route when we do that, but it doesn't get us anywhere.
But then again, some of the best heels are justified, but they're being dicks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I mean, Johnny. That's why for me, Johnny Gargano's heel run is a little more underrated, and it doesn't get talked about enough because his heel run was justified. Why did everybody all of a sudden forget about Tommaso Ciampa and all the deep y'all? This man came out to booze, and now y'all cheer him because he had a little neck surgery. I even forgot what he did to me. I don't want to see him as champion. So I'm gonna throw something at y'all, and I want to see how y'all feel about it. Obviously. Nobody ever wants injuries. Let me make sure I'm clear with that. Nobody ever wants injuries. I never wish that on anybody. That being said, do y'all think low-key Rhea having to vacate the title was probably the best thing for this story?
Yes.
Best thing for Liv.
It makes it more interesting. It makes it a little bit more interesting because it allows the story to have different angles because I'm actually interested in the story. This is the most interested I've been in Liv's character because all the promos that she's been cutting, I've been listening to it, and it's like, oh, everything she's saying makes sense. So I can't really say that she's at fault for it. Rhea, obviously, when she comes back, you know what her ultimatum is going to be. And now with the whole Dom factor, it makes you wonder, like, will they replace Rhea with, because I wouldn't be shocked if they wanted to take Rhea out Judgment Day because she's really surpassed the heel role. She's a babyface at this point. Like,
and her and Damian clash.
Her and people.
Well, that's why
people don't want to boo her, and I think people more so are booing Liv at this point. And Dom's going to continue to be hated. So if they were to pair up Dom and Liv and have Rhea go on this babyface run, that wouldn't be a crazy thing to do at this stage. And you could always have Becky still in there because she's still Becky Lynch at the end of the day, so she still has her purpose to be in there as well. And for Liv to come back and Rhea to get hurt, it allowed Becky to be a part of it because she lost at WrestleMania, so she wasn't even a part of the story anymore.
That's why I asked the question because bluntly stated, Becky lost to Mania was supposed to go away. Liv Morgan was going to be the original Queen of the Ring match. And I don't think Liv Morgan was going to win because I also don't think they would have been telling this Dominic story. Is Liv Morgan taking her? I don't think they were going to tell that story as explicit because let's be real, Dom would have been under Rhea's thumb. Wherever Rhea goes, that's where Dom goes. And as far
they could have maybe still something did like that. They maybe could have still the same finish like Dom was trying to help Rhea, but they're like, oh, I messed up.
That would be a really dumb and unbelievable way to end Rhea Ripley's title reign if they would have done that. That's why I don't think they would have told that story. And then the other thing too, when it comes to Rhea Ripley, she's been getting cheered since she started the mommy thing, and this group has been healed the whole time. So I think that's why I think it also benefits Judgment Day as well. Because Rhea being gone, we all looked at her as the leader, the one who held the group together. She was making business deals with the bloodline. The second Rhea goes, Dominic is dealing with Liv now, and technically the reason she wins the title. Damian and JD and Finn looks like they about to split their ways. Carlito coming in, honestly, kind of pointlessly, but whatever. You know, I guess Latinos got to stick together. I guess. So
yeah.
Like Rhea, that's what I'm saying. Rhea low key, even though if you're gonna get injured, which no one wishes, you want to make the best of the situation. And I think this split from Judgment Day has happened a lot more naturally with Rhea gone, as opposed to if she would have been there, because I think they would have had to like kind of drag it out a little bit longer. They probably would have used Damian Priest losing the title to start the split, as opposed to just Rhea being gone, knowing she's the glue to this group. So that's why I asked the question, because low key, everything going wrong with the Judgment Day started when Rhea got hurt.
Yeah,
Does
I think
Becky go away after Monday.
Maybe.
Probably.
Does what? Does what?
Does Becky go away after Monday because she's fighting Liv again?
Probably.
I don't know.
I would say. I
triple
would
threat-
argue. I would argue that's where you do the clean win.
That's what I
just
was
me.
thinking.
That's just
If you want to make Liv feel like
credible.
dominate out the gate, sure. But my logic to that would be, one, if you were gonna give her the clean win on Monday, you might as well should have just given her the clean win out the pay-per-view. And then two, if Becky goes away, I'm not gonna lie, because she still hasn't overcome Rhea Ripley either. I think the triple threat needs to happen.
Yeah,
Like I think the triple threat is pretty much the SummerSlam match. I think Rhea will be good by then. I think because I think her timeline was only like, I think her timeline was only like 8 to 12 weeks, right? And we're
and AJ went out with a separated shoulder once. It was like a month. So
so she can come. I think low key she probably could have came back already. They're just trying to do the storytelling right now, which makes sense. Shout out to Triple H. But I think SummerSlam is the triple threat, and then Becky can go off. Because Seth, I don't think is coming back for a minute either.
No, yeah, he's
maybe Rumble.
Yeah, that boy.
Yeah, he could be entrant 30 in the Rumble. I would love to see.
I want him to win it personally. So,
we can talk about the Rumble later.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But to get back
for the Rumble,
to get back to the to the question, G, is Liv Morgan still Dallas Cowboys though, bro?
Oh yeah, that is how we started.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
No.
You got one championship.
She got two. She got two though. She got two now. So
Mickey Mouse.
She do have two.
I'm not gonna
lie.
lie.
A championship.
The one with Ronda don't count.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mickey Mouse.
I mean, it's still in the records, bro.
But is that ship as good as LeBron beating?
Actually,
she ain't. No. She's Tristan Thompson. That's who she is.
She's the Green Bay Packers.
I like
that.
Aaron Rodgers got that one championship.
But
she got two though, so she got to be somebody at least with two.
Oh no, I'm talking. Oh, you know what? But Dallas had hella chips when I'm talking about the current day, not
current day.
Oh, the current.
Yeah, she's the current.
2008 Boston. Nah, she's Shaq.
Hey, yeah, facts. She is always
the most overhyped big three of all time, bro.
Bro, they act like they won 20 rings, bro. I swear to God.
Oh wait, Celtics is crazy. Man.
She ain't the Pistons, bro. Relax. She ain't the Pistons.
Nah. Don't disrespect 04.
I mean, the
04
Pistons
Pistons
did win that one title.
Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey Billups.
That's one of the greatest defenses of all time.
Yeah.
What is she, Darko? No, she's Darko Milicic. Because remember, Darko had the World Heavyweight Championship around his waist.
Bruh.
So they've been
Someone said
Wallace,
she's Celtics Shaq. That's wild.
Hold on, Ben Wallace. Nice.
Chris Webber.
Yeah, Ben Wallace is like, what are you doing?
No, I'm gonna say maybe Liv is gonna be like that though. We don't know yet. I mean,
you know what Liv Morgan is.
She just can't be.
Wait, one more thing to address.
Well,
and this is why we don't like y'all. You Liv fans. You won. She's a champion.
Thank you.
She won the women's world title on a pay-per-view. Matt, she wasn't even the death spot. She was the opening match. Why are y'all complaining? Why do y'all find a way to go on this app we call X, formerly known as Twitter, and still find a way to complain? I figured y'all would be outside busting fireworks, doing all the flicks,
the way y'all be
everything because Liv Morgan won a title.
Like imagine Cody won and people were still crying.
They are. What the fuck?
No, Roman fans are bitching.
Roman fans.
I'm talking about Cody fans.
I mean,
if this was Becky fans, if this was Becky fans tripping, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all have it. Liv Morgan fans are the ones who won, and they're still upset
because they're
she
remedial,
didn't win
bro.
clean.
Because she's not believable. She's not believable, bro.
She's a heel. She's a heel.
She's a heel, bro.
Heels can cheat and win and be fine. That's why they're heels.
Liv started watching wrestling yesterday.
Like bluntly stated, there's not a lot of heels in the history of this company that didn't cheat to win.
Facts.
Gunther's one of them. Gunther's one of them. Like
bro, Triple H cheated. Like Triple H fucking cheated.
Gunther cheated once.
All the time.
No, Gunther cheated twice, if I remember.
But like in his whole career, almost
rarely cheats.
Rarely cheats. But there's nothing wrong with cheating. And
what are people saying on?
And Liv didn't flat out cheat. She's not the one that brought the chair in. She just
what are the people? What are the Liv fans you claim crying? Because I haven't seen anything, so I don't know.
They were mad that she didn't win clean. They're mad that Becky's getting a rematch on Monday.
Well, y'all get that title defense out the way.
Right. And the thing on Monday could make her look.
I think they're a little nervous. I think
y'all first title defense was Shayna Baszler last time. This time around, it's Becky Lynch. They're caring about the title reign. You know what they wanted for people to care?
You know what? You're right, Malik. They probably just nervous because last time she had to defend her title against the person she beat, she lost in Ronda Rousey. So, you know what?
Well, her first title defense, the last time she had it was that SummerSlam match when she tapped out before that.
Shit was ass.
She did tap.
She got booed on the next match. So that's just what they need to avoid. They need
if the ref gets knocked out and she taps out to Becky Lynch when the ref knocked out, I swear to God, I'm on y'all ass. I'm on y'all ass, man.
This run really is going to
make or break her.
Liv fans, you need this run to be good. You need this run to be good because this run is ass. I'm on your ass. Because you've been hyping this girl up like she's a fucking goddess. Like she's the second coming of freaking Alexa Bliss and fucking no, bro. Like she needs to cook because it's not a money ass.
Bianca type run?
Bianca type run.
If Charlotte shows up at the end of this match, it's GG's. It's GG's.
If Charlotte,
the way they hyping her up.
If Charlotte is showing up for anybody, it's gonna be.
She better cook.
It's gonna be for.
Yeah.
Y'all don't think Charlotte gonna do Nia Jax Queen versus Queen? I feel it.
No.
Hey, they might scrap again.
Oh, also too.
Nia.
Round of applause because this is Nia Jax is the perfect example of when bullying actually works.
Hey, why? All right, all right.
No, think about it. Think about it. When Nia Jax was first in WWE, she got crucified.
She did.
Left, right, up, down, and center because she was always injuring people. She was too stiff. She didn't know how to work. And then she got released, which we don't want people getting fired, but she got released. When she came back, this panel was not happy about it. We were like, why? Even when she made her Rumble appearance and they botched that, we were like, why? And Nate is the first one I ever heard say it, and everybody's kind of agreed with him since. She saved that Raw Women's division.
She did.
For sure. Cool. She even though she lost a couple times, she was looking like, honestly, she looked like one of the best women's wrestlers on that division, aside from Rhea, when they actually started treating her run like they cared. So this Queen of the Ring, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Bianca Belair was gonna lose because I really thought they were about to strap the rocket to Nia. To Lyra. That's what I thought they were going to do, the way they were presenting her.
I told you, Nia.
But once Nia beat Bianca, I was like, okay. And honestly, it's well deserved. And I'm not going to lie. I said it in my video. If they give her the title, if Bayley loses at SummerSlam,
she should.
I'm not going to be mad.
She should.
Because Bayley doesn't need a lengthy run. I do want her to have a couple more defenses in between this. Like, I think Bayley needs to be at every pay-per-view going forward so it doesn't feel like a Io Sky type of run. But yeah,
that finish though, that
finish is crazy,
bro. I jumped out my seat, bro.
You know what's crazy?
I'm sitting at work and I'm jumping.
2 years ago, we would have thought Lyra got injured.
Broken ribs.
Broken
ribs.
But I agree with you, G, because Nia is also an example of taking constructive criticism, working on it, and getting better. Like, sometimes us telling you suck is not a bad thing. Just learn.
But honestly, though, if you look, I don't know. Looking back at it, if we look back at it, I don't know if she was ever really that bad. I think her presentation was just misused. Like she didn't feel like. She does all the same stuff pretty much in her matches. Just her presentation feels like it's bigger now because
I know
she wasn't
a lot safer.
No, she's a lot safer now. That's the difference.
Yeah, and she wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be, but she needed some work. Like, she wasn't awful, but she needed work.
But like, because she had the same track record as Rich Holland, basically, and everybody crucified him for it. Like, she concussed Kairi Sane. Obviously the Becky stuff. Now Becky worked out for her, but at the time we were pissed because that messed up the Survivor Series match we were all looking forward to. Like, she hurt. Oh, her first night back put Rhea and Raquel on the shelf. Like, her first night back.
I think which changed this definitely this time around is the way that they're portraying her as like an immovable force, because they never really did that her last run. Like everybody was just lifting her up with ease and shit like that. Now it's like I don't want to sound rude saying this, but it's like now when they try to pick up like fucking Nia, they're gonna fall flat. You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that that help the presentation a lot better. It's like, all right, like now everybody can't just pick her up and slam her. Not everybody can just easily knock her down with a drop kick. They're portraying her as a big man, as she should, and it feels a lot more authentic.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think stands out. I don't really think much has changed with her. I just think her presentation back then wasn't as what it is today. Like her presentation feels more dominant. It feels more believable. It feels like it actually means something, opposed to 2018, 2019, you didn't really care for it because her presentation didn't have that aura behind it. Now it feels that way, where she feels like even though she's lost a couple matches here and there, but she's also had some big wins and some big moments still. She still is an important key in the women's division, whether she's on Raw or SmackDown now. So I think her presentation is what really holds up, which is why I kind of trust the Liv Morgan run, because I think Triple H understands presentation really means a lot. You know what I mean? And storytelling means a lot. So if this run is going to be really good, there's no better person to make it work than Triple H. You know what I mean? Opposed to Vince, because you can't when Vince was still in charge, you can't have your underdog babyface champion that everybody is supposed to believe in be tapping out before she supposedly beats the most dangerous woman.
That's what heels do. That's what heels do.
Yeah. So I feel like now, like you said, this run's really gonna make or break her. Like, I always hated the statement when people will always say, when somebody wins a title, they always say, "What's next?" That always used to. I hate that so much, because literally all you do is just make them a credible champion. That's what you do. You win a championship, you build that person up, you win a title. What do you do afterwards to make people great champions? You push them to make them feel like a credible champion on the roster. That's all they have to do with Liv Morgan. Like you said, go up against Rhea, Becky Lynch, win those matches without any shenanigans, like make it mean something. Because if you want her on that same level with the Biancas and the Charlottes and the people who are going to continue to win more championships, in the future, Liv Morgan just has to feel that way. And if this run goes very well, she got a couple more world titles in her future. But if it doesn't go the way that it should be, this really could be like the detriment of, as far as where her line is. Like she's right here. Like she's not up there.
That's what I was gonna comment on, because I think people also need to, like, I know we said this about Liv Morgan, we're beating a dead horse, but we got to understand Liv Morgan's ceiling. Like, this is where I'm comparing her to Edge, where I feel like her run should be how Edge's character was portrayed, ultimate opportunist. We already have too many badass women. We already have too many women like already kicking people's asses clean. We need somebody like that. Like, we need a chicken shit person. And Liv, as much as people want her to be on the same level as a Rhea, as a Bianca, two badass women who are whooping everybody's ass clean, Liv is not that. She's not that, and that's okay. Edge is not that. His first run, Mo, I'm gonna be generous. Edge's first run, he was not like that, but that was okay, because look where it got him. It could do the same for Liv Morgan. She could be a chicken shit person, ultimate opportunity. She could. Female Edge, I'm sorry, Mo, but female Edge is what I would like her to be.
You're cooking.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad.
That's okay.
That wouldn't be a bad obstacle for her to look at, because if she's going to be the type of champion that's just portraying herself as, I don't care what the fans think, I don't care about being a credible champion, I'll do whatever it takes to win. You know what I mean? So if she does that, everything could work for her as far as where she, when she wins matches the way she does. So it's just kind of the same with if you kind of look how Roman was during the end of his run, that's how he kind of was. Like, people were always mad that he was cheating, but it's like he's not a champion that is going out there like a Gunther or Cody Rhodes, just like, I'll take on all challengers and I'll fight whoever. Roman Reigns' character was, I'm the tribal chief and I'll do whatever it takes to win. I don't care whatever it takes. The ultimate goal at the end of the day is for me to walk out as champion. If I walk out as champion, then the mission is accomplished.
Yeah. That's why he manipulated his family for all those years.
Yeah, so
Roman went through some crazy ass phases though. Like in the beginning and middle of it, he was portrayed as a dominant force, and then when Roman's starting to realize like people are starting to like catch up to him and actually like, that's where he's like, fuck this, any means necessary, I'm staying on top. I need Solo, I need everybody.
It was good the way they did that because when he first introduced that character, I think they had to establish his new character because he had been the big dog for so many years. They had to establish his dominance. But over time, as the reign portrayed longer, there's only so much you can do as a heel as far as from a dominant aspect. Now you got to be the heel that is a coward and will do whatever it takes. The survival heel, whatever it takes to win.
And speaking on that, I feel like the turning point that we're all talking about, where his character kind of made that shift, was after he beat Edge and Daniel Bryan. I think that was like the peak of I'm a dominant force, and because at that time it was still just Jey.
I think it started
was different.
I would say after he beat Cena. He beat Cena clean.
I think him being desperate.
That's
I think him being desperate and winning matches started with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
as it should. It's Brock.
When Brock came back is when it kind of Brock came back after that Cena match. So after that, it was kind of like
the crown jewel match.
I think from a character standpoint, he realized, okay.
But he also had some clean win, like Matt Riddle. Like that was fine for.
That was the last clean win.
He ain't got to cheat to beat Matt Riddle. Come on now.
He ain't got to cheat to beat Matt Riddle.
But also, too, because I know we have other stuff to talk about in the show, but I did want to bring this up specifically because just watching this show, I don't really watch the kickoff, but I did go back and rewatch just little highlights of the match. And then if you look at the way the shows have been presented, I don't know if I said this to y'all in this chat or if I was just talking regular. The Queen of the Ring tournament specifically could not have come at a better time. If y'all watch the past Raws and the past SmackDown and just watching the matches, this is the first time in who knows how long, probably since watching NXT in its peak, where the crowd cares from start to finish about women's matches, and then the company themselves does not insult your intelligence by having them put on great matches, other than the ones that happened at the live event, because let's be real, there's not enough TV time to have enough people on there. Yeah. Other than those matches, every women's match that happened, I remember sitting back and was like, oh wow, like they're not just giving them time, they're actually showcasing their talent. Io Sky, I wish they would have done this for her while she was champion. This was the Io Sky that I saw in NXT. Yeah, the fact that she didn't do this at champion, that's what I'm saying. Triple H, I'm glad you're finally getting it together. I think this women's division, thanks to this tournament, has reestablished itself. I think this is the women's division we thought Triple H was going to save when Bayley, Io, and Dakota debuted at SummerSlam. Well, this is the women's division I thought we were going to see.
It's a good thing with Io because we know this isn't going to be Io's last run. So Io's first run was a learn what works for her as champion, learn what doesn't. Then we go back to that.
Yeah, and honestly, she doesn't need that group. But
she's so much better on her own, man.
Yeah, bro, much better.
Honestly, bro, I think
Triple H is a faction guy. I get it.
I like the group. I just think they need to get rid of Dakota Kai though, bro. They need to make them like a Japanese.
Or change the theme song, please.
Or just disband the group.
We're just gonna go from shit to shit. It's
realistically.
Just imagine how much deeper and how much better the women's division on SmackDown would be if they just end the group. Asuka, Kairi, Dakota, Io, and like all of them as single stars, you're adding depth that you need.
I hear you, but they can't end the group because they're not going to get rid of those.
End the fucking tag titles, bro.
Take them literally
the whole purpose. No, the whole purpose of why they put the tag titles on Jade and Bianca is to revive them. That's the only reason.
My problem with the women's tag titles a lot of times is used to create a new rivalry, a new singles rivalry. It's never used to actually focus on women's tag teams.
But that's going to change because they just put it on arguably their biggest star. And the next biggest star.
We've been saying that since.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Because after they won them and Vince had the Iconics win at Mania, we knew that was the death of that. And Triple H, you brought him back. You tried. You had Raquel and Aaliyah win.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
instead of just giving it to Io and
I think it was Alexa and
they got to run to
Nikki. I think
it was Alexa and Asuka. They won
Asuka,
and then just to put it back on them.
They should have just won the whole tournament in the first place.
Exactly, Nate. That's why I'm saying this is the first time I feel Triple H has made an active try to revive that tag title. Because let's be real, Bianca has never been booked poorly on the main roster. Unless you want to say 18 seconds, but that turned out to be a great thing. I
don't know why people are still mad about that.
Yeah, but like Bianca's never been booked, and they're not gonna book Jade any bad. Like that's their next Bianca. If that's their next 4. If you want to have a new 4 horsewoman, Jade is definitely gonna be one of them. The way they're pushing her.
I think
they're actually. So when a team actually beats Jade and Bianca, probably at next year's Mania, when a team actually beats them, it's gonna feel like a big deal. So far, Triple H.
I don't know if they're going that long.
Yeah, they're going full Mania.
Honestly, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah,
I feel like Jade and Bianca is your Mania match.
I was about to say they fight each other.
To legitimize the tag titles, I can see them going that route.
And they could if they wanted to. I feel like,
but at the same time, they're gonna need new tag teams.
No,
because I feel like they only have.
Honestly, I truly feel like though, like it's kind of weird. Honestly, I wouldn't do, as crazy as it sounds, I wouldn't do Bianca and Jade at 41. Honestly, because I see Bianca and Jade as a night 1 main event. If you ask me, that's the night 1 main event for 42.
And you, I was about to say, and at 41. And Nate, I know you might roll your eyes, but this is just, I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm saying this is what I think in WWE's mind. The Rock and Roman are going to main event.
Yeah, that's obvious.
And
are they though?
And honestly, no.
Get it over
here's
with.
why. Because there's 3 male main events that I know they're pondering. Rock and Roman, whatever Cody's feud is, and CM Punk against whoever, or Seth Rollins, CM Punk for the world title, whoever Gunther's match is for the world title. Like that world title is gonna
just
be
CM Punk in general. Like you have to put him in there.
Exactly. So
depending.
This is why I am agreeing with Lewis. I think you save Jade and Bianca for like 42 and that's a 2-year story you could tell with them. Give them a heel run. We haven't seen Bianca heel on the main roster.
I think it depends though, because you're still gonna get Cody and Rock, but we don't know when that match is happening. So that match is
that shit can happen in Saudi Arabia for life.
That's good. Hey, that might be the Royal Rumble match. Literally a play on CM Punk.
My Vietnam.
That might be because look.
It might be, but I've heard them strong rumors that they want that match for WrestleMania next year. So.
No, not Cody Rock.
That's what they said.
Because I think it's Roman Rock because I think they're doing the Bloodline Civil War 2.0 in War Games.
His writer,
I do too, but the only reason I'm saying. I think they could be stretching out Rock and Roman further than we know, bro. Like I think it's
how much longer?
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro.
No. I'm just saying because Cody and Rock is going to happen because they already teased that. And when the Rock came back, when Rock left, he already said that their story is just beginning. Now we don't know. He's
going to be gone till December, so that's how you do the Royal Rumble feud, and that's how you set up Roman versus Rock for Mania. Like I don't think it's going to happen. I hear it.
No, that match is gonna happen. I wouldn't be surprised though if they do Cody and Rock next year at WrestleMania, and I wouldn't be surprised if Roman and Rock is not until 42, bro. Like I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I would hear you if this was Vince, but Triple H has already shown us, hey, we might have a plan, but I'm gonna go with the story and the fans over what my
that could still be a part of it too, because The Rock has also said too in many interviews this is a long-term thing. He said that
it is a long-term thing. It ain't that long.
We don't know though.
To God, it ain't that long,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. Rock Roman just
because realistically, a lot of people up here said that Cody needs to have the 365-day run, or they expect him to have that run, right? So if he beats everybody, he feuds a lot of people on SmackDown.
He better do.
He's gonna have.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hold on. He's gonna have a lot of feuds on SmackDown, right? He's gonna beat Randy Orton and all these people. We know that match. Rock and Cody's gonna happen for Rock and Roman. I guarantee you that.
Yes.
So that's gonna happen.
It'll happen at the Royal Rumble.
Will it though? I think it happened at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna happen at WrestleMania.
No, because Cody. I'm not saying he can't win at Mania. Right? I'm not saying he can't.
Do you not find him believable to beat Evia?
I do. I mean, I think if they fight, I think that's an obvious outcome that Cody's winning. He overcame Roman and the bloodline.
Is it though?
Already.
Is it though?
Yes,
That's crazy.
Malik.
I think
Yes,
Rock
Malik. Yes, Malik.
Is it though?
No,
Yes.
no, bro.
You might be
no,
a fans
no.
are out of control. Relax.
No, Rock's not beating, bro. Okay. So
No. We said Rock wasn't going to be
okay. Rock beats Cody.
No,
then we
that
get
one. No, that one.
No. So basically, what you're saying is,
I'm
Rock
saying that
beats
we
Cody.
knew that
Rock gets Cody. Rock beats Cody, and then we get Roman versus Rock for the Universal Championship. That's basically.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put it back because that was the original plan to begin with.
That's what you want.
That would be such a
that was the literal original plan. That was literally going to happen.
You're right. Hey, no, you're right.
But then Cody won.
Then Cody won. The original plan was Rock Roman. That's been reported now and pretty much confirmed. And once I don't know when the documentary's supposed to release, but also too, you know what that would have meant? That would have meant Roman would still be champion. There is never an outcome in this where Rock is champion. Never.
That's because an outcome. That's when he was facing Roman though. Cody's not Roman. Two different people. I never. He's
the Cody Rhodes right now. Whether people like it or not, is the face of the company. So if we didn't think he was beating Roman, he's not beating the guy who beat him. He's not beating the next face.
No, he's not beating Cody for that title, bro.
Are y'all positive? I'm not positive that he would, bro.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Yes. You know why? You know why? Because Rock said he was going to win the title and then vacate it. So you're basically telling me Rock's going to win it, then vacate the fucking title. Because that's what he was going to do. Because he had to go back to Hollywood.
When Punk lost, he wasn't the face of the company. They didn't value him like they valued John Cena or anyone else. If it was Cena, he wouldn't have done that.
And then also too, Malik.
He beat Cena though.
Because look, there's reports.
Not for a title.
Not for a title, yeah.
But he still won though. The Rock's gonna have to get his, bro.
No.
He already did his.
He can get his versus like
every time. Y'all talking from a fan perspective. I'm talking from a logical booking WWE.
Logical booking.
Wait. But he already did. Wait. Hold on. Wait. He already did get his though. He pinned Cody. He just pinned Cody.
Yeah, and Cody has to get.
But this is a long-term story though. This isn't gonna be like a one-off type thing.
Cody has to get his win back. Cody has to get his win back over The Rock.
No, I agree. I agree with y'all saying, but I think y'all putting it past, bro, that The Rock still can get that title, bro. I'm not saying it should happen, but
I don't think, bro. If Triple H played politics, so Rock wouldn't get the title. Why would he just throw the title on Rock?
Because Rock still has that power that Triple H does. He still got that power too. Triple H only got a little bit of the power,
but he still has the power.
Rock was the one to make the call.
He still has the power, but The Rock is on the TKO board. So if he's saying, if they had a majority of the voting board and they were saying what direction we need to go in, The Rock has more of that power. So if they were voting more in that direction, that's with
all the knowledge, with all the knowledge that they have, with what happened last time, why the fuck would Triple H allow that to happen?
Thank you, Nate.
Rock didn't. The match didn't even happen. The match didn't even happen. And they turned because of the backlash. Why would Triple H turn around and say, here you go, Rocky, you can have the title? Like, that's literally that's going to do so much harm.
That's literally
everything that you build up, you have the potential.
I'm not saying y'all wrong, bro. I'm not saying y'all wrong.
But Malik, you said you have to think of this from a logical booking perspective.
From a business perspective, yes. The Rock is good for
business and logical booking.
Yes, The Rock when he shows up.
Business and logical booking. No, actually, you know what? No, I scratch that. Business and logical booking actually go hand in hand because from a business and logical sense, Cody Rhodes needed to win at 40. There was no business or logical sense.
100%.
There was no business or logical sense for Rock and Roman to happen when you could have had it in Hollywood, but y'all chose not to. So logically, you built up Cody for a year now, and he didn't get booed. In a world where baby faces, especially baby faces like Cody Rhodes, don't last long, he didn't get booed. He was over than he'd ever been. So logically wise, business wise, you pull that trigger. There is no business, logical, booking sense to Rock winning the title, not having a match, not facing Cody for 100%, the title,
100%,
winning the title.
Listen, I'm not saying The Rock should win. He shouldn't win. I'm not putting it past that he will win. Y'all sound 100% confident. I'm not 100% confident that he's losing.
He can pin Cody. He can pin Cody.
I'm not saying that he should win. I would not want The Rock to win, but I wouldn't. If I had to bet money, I wouldn't be surprised if I bet money on The Rock.
Does that not help Roman's babyface run if Rock win? No, wouldn't help it.
Well, that's the next point I was going to bring up.
So my question is, hold on.
Because if Roman beats the Ultimate Heel,
all right. So wait, my question.
He doesn't need that, bro.
I say, hold on.
No, because he's gonna be a cheer when he comes back.
No. So wait, but my question is, like, regarding to that point, how much more can you invest into Roman? You already got him to the pinnacle.
That's fair.
Cody's stock is still being risen.
Not to mention too, though. You brought up a good point, like of Roman, because The Rock is going to be the final boss from here on out. I believe. I think he should. I think he should stay that way as well too, because if he comes back realistically, I don't even think he'll be a bigger babyface than Roman at this point. So it only makes sense for him to be the final boss. But realistically, like I said, I don't think The Rock should be Cody Rhodes at all. But realistically too, if they had Rock beat Cody just for Roman to win, I don't even know. I definitely don't want it. I don't even know if Roman Reigns should even ever be a world champion again, because how could he possibly even top the run that he just had? To begin with.
So therefore, you're proving my point. And then, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? I think there's gonna be a Bloodline Civil War 2.0 on Survivor Series, but let's just say they hold off even longer than that, right? And the first time we see The Rock back, he challenging Cody for that title. Well, guess what? You want to make Roman Reigns a babyface again? How does he return? We found out The Rock was behind Solo and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, this, that, the third. And Solo is saying he talked to the tribal chief, but maybe he was really talking to The Rock and it was all the master plan. Boom, Roman Reigns' music hit, return. Everybody gonna scream from him. They've been screaming, we want Roman since he lost. Boom, there's your babyface match. You cost Rock the title. Boom.
Somebody in the chat said The Rock beating Cody for the title would make fans root for him even more. Y'all agree with that?
Who? Root for who more?
No,
we don't need that. We don't need that.
That's too much.
Oh, I'm assuming he's talking. He didn't say who either, but I'm assuming he means Cody Rhodes.
Bro,
we don't need
the person in the chat, DNN. We already showed our support for Cody by having a whole fan outrage and making them change their plans. They pulled a Yesomania for Cody Rhodes. We pulled a Yesomania for Cody. That has only happened in my eyes since I've been watching intensely. Twice in my life where fan outrage made them change their plans. Daniel Bryan, who, let's be real, we all thought was the biggest babyface on the same level as Cena in his peak at one point. And Cody freaking Rhodes. We don't do it again.
I was about to say,
and Kofi. I'm sorry, and Kofi.
Of course you forgot. Of course you forgot.
Oh my!
I feel like WWE is more willing to pivot to
crazy.
Hogan strikes again, brother.
Look, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at it from. I guess I'm thinking of it more of. I'm just looking at all the details they've been saying, because I'm with you. I mean, I would have Rock and Roman next year, but they've been saying this is a long-term thing. They've been saying this is a long-term thing. You have Cody and Rock going to happen at some point. Some of us had wanted it to be at SummerSlam, but I don't see it happening at SummerSlam either. So we don't really know when that's going to happen. So I don't know how far they're going to stretch out the Rock and Roman stuff, and I don't know if I can see Rock losing both to Cody and Roman. That's where I'm looking at. Like
he losing to both. He gonna have to.
But he's already beaten Cody. That's the whole reason they had that segment, because he beat him.
No, 100%. I agree,
bro. He could just beat Jey.
This is different. This the one-on-one match.
He could just beat Jey in between. What are we talking about? Just have him face the Elimination Chamber.
Bro. The Rock, Cody Rhodes,
bigger main event
of WrestleMania 40 Night 1, bro. That is the whole reason they had that long-winded extra segment on Raw after Mania, because he pinned him. If Cody Rhodes would have not got pinned by The Rock would have zero purpose of being. The Rock pulled what he did against Cena last time. Y'all remember what he did? He beat Cena. He came out and said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be here to the Royal Rumble, but when I come back, coming for that championship."
Basically, he told everybody, once I come back, I'm the #1 contender because I was the last guy that pinned you. That's what
yes.
But do we also, at this stage though, too? Do we also see Rock wrestling if it's not WrestleMania either? Too. That's the thing. Like you said, Royal Rumble, that wouldn't be a bad option. That would be fine.
Money. That's all it is. Money.
Yeah, because it was would Royal Rumble be
Saudi?
Would that really be
out
the option?
till December?
It's Mania or SummerSlam for me.
Yeah, if he's gonna be out till December, he needed a 12-week training.
I think Survivor Series would be cool too, because he debuted there. So.
And he wasn't even that bad in this one, Mo.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, to me, it's not
for the Royal Rumble.
To me, it's not happening at SummerSlam because
I don't think
we know Randy's the plan. Randy's the plan. I always felt like Randy was the backup plan, and now that they know this bald bitch ain't showing up, they're going full on with Randy. And then maybe we got to see what happens. Royal Rumble too far away, so we got to see the landscape. We got to get the Survivor Series first.
Because again, I was about to say Survivor Series is.
We got to get the Survivor Series first.
Survivor Series is what tells us what the direction we're going, because that's the last pay-per-view before Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
I'm like I say, Royal Rumble wouldn't be too bad because that would be a big match for the Rumble. You know what I'm saying, to get everything.
That's your main event, right?
Plus they do Rumble in the stadiums now too, so it would be big enough for.
It's all about if he's willing to do it.
That's the thing, though. I don't know, like. I get what people are talking about the Triple H's booking, but The Rock is one of those very maybe few people in the company. Not even very. He's one of those few people in the company that got that creative control for himself. He's not going to do whatever he don't want to do. So it don't matter what they tell him to do. He's not going to do whatever he don't want to do too.
You're right, but both him and Triple H have already shown you.
But they're smart, right? They've shown the smart route.
I was about to say they've already shown you that if fans come out here and don't want something, they have no problem changing plans.
No, you're right.
It's not like this is a Chad Gable not winning the IC title. It's not like this is something like that.
Yeah.
Like, fans were upset, but we wasn't really tripping too much. We were just kind of like, okay.
Right, 100%. They've shown the smart route because realistically, if they wanted to, they could have been a bunch of dickheads and be like, oh, we don't care what the fans say. We're still going to this match.
Which is what Vince used to do when they're doing their best not to go back to that route.
So they could
start doing stuff like that. You're going back to Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, we don't need that. We don't
exactly. Rock winning the title would literally
be a Vince move.
That would be the Rock winning the title would be up there with him if he had beat Roman. It'd be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to see the Rock as champion. We don't need to see him beat either guy. But for this being a long-term thing, realistically, we don't know how long it's going to be. But I'm looking at it from like, I guess I'm so used to old WWE too. It's like I want to trust the process too, but like some of these big stars who come in, you think they're gonna lose these matches they should lose, but they always gotta, quote unquote, get their get backs too. Even though he already beat Cody, but they also have to make themselves look good too, to an extent, because there was always matches.
Like Nate said,
there was always matches when like realistically, like we talk about Rock, like 10 years ago when he came back, like. You look at that run, it started off really good, came back, had the match at Survivor Series, they beat Miz and Truth, okay, whatever, they can beat those guys, whatever, but like, the lead up to WrestleMania was good, then he beat Cena, which he shouldn't have, and then of course he had to win the championship, and they did it all backwards, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we do everything all backwards? Like, I just don't want them to do everything all backwards, so if they have Cody, Rock, Royal Rumble, great. It's great setup for that. You could have Cody win there, goes on to WrestleMania and face whoever, which I don't even know where that direction would go in. Maybe he faces the Rumble winner. I don't know. Rock obviously goes on to face Roman, and then he can retire and, do his own thing. But just from what I'm thinking about, I'm just looking at like, I get these big stars come in, and I understand what should happen. He should not be Cody Rhodes. He definitely should not be the Roman Reigns either. But we've seen a lot of these stars come in over the last, forever in WWE, honestly. They come back, they get a little taste of that little.
When does it happen under Triple H?
He ain't been in charge that long though, so we don't know. We don't know how long it's going to last.
But the biggest time it could have happened, they all pivoted.
They all pivoted for this one, yes, too. But the story's still going though. It's not over with. It's still ongoing. So we got to see.
I feel like you're trying to find a way where this makes sense.
No, I said we gotta wait and see what happens. I'm just not 100% so like y'all. I think y'all are 100% like, yep, we trusted it. I don't know if I trust it. That's what I'm saying. I think y'all are confident, like, yeah, I don't see that happening. I'm 100% that this is going to go in that direction. I'm more of, I don't really know if I see it going in that direction quite yet. I got to see it first to really know. So,
and I feel like this isn't got to see it to believe it. I think ever since they changed the intro to WWE, yeah, I'm good.
But I trust. I mean, obviously, we trust Triple H more than Vince, though. So. Yeah. I would 100% trust that Triple H.
Like bluntly stated, I know Black and Gold NXT is a little different. I understand that, but let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all ever remember a time where Triple H had somebody win a main title, maybe not mid card, but a main title, and you were like, "Yeah, I don't know why you won that title. You have not been presented like that. This made zero sense. It just killed everything you were trying to." Has there ever
the main
been
roster?
No, I'm talking about Black and Gold. Like when he was truly had his baby. I know it's different, but do we ever remember a time?
I don't know. I mean, Leon Ruff was North American champion. I was like,
no, I said that's why I said main title.
Yeah, I said main titles.
Yes.
Who?
When Samoa Joe beat Shinsuke Nakamura,
regained the second time. Oh.
That to me didn't completely kill Shinsuke's momentum, but it ruined what they were trying to build with Shinsuke. And then once they were done with Samoa Joe and Shinsuke's rivalry, they immediately pivoted to Bobby Roode because Shinsuke lost his aura because of that feud.
Yeah,
they made them hot potato, and they both lost their aura.
It should have went from Shinsuke straight to.
It should have. I don't know either. It should have went from. It should have just. They shouldn't have hot potato. It should have went from Shinsuke beating Joe in the rematch at Toronto. Joe gets called up, and it should have had Shinsuke completely having a dominant run because to that point he was still undefeated in any type of action that he was in. Yeah. And then a shocking win should have been Bobby Roode going over. But the fact that Shinsuke held the belt for like a month and then immediately dropped it to Joe, it's like now you guys are playing hot potato and it kind of ruined Shinsuke's aura just a little bit.
What about
and it wasn't the same.
I mean, you said people who were believable. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty shocked when Andrade won that title. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely, and I know Drew got hurt in that match, but like that threw me off. I was like, whoa, because Andrade before I still remember him when he came out with the suspenders and stuff. And yeah. I was like Andrade, and now it worked out. I'm saying he was great champion, had great matches, but like at the time when he beat Drew, I was like, oh, that's a little out of the ordinary.
But I'd say Samoa Joe beating Shinsuke again was probably the time where I'm like, you kind of ruined what you were trying to build with Shinsuke, because the way he was building Shinsuke as like nobody is gonna like outstrike me. Like he was really the king of strong style when he came into NXT. Yeah. So he was portrayed as nobody's gonna outstrike me, nobody's gonna outdo me. You're gonna have to find another way to beat me, and then your boy gets outstruck, gets kicked in the dick, and then he kind of gets dominated in Toronto. That's where
I think
you kind of ruin what you built.
I think the new era definitely has more trusting when it comes to booking. I think we all trust Triple H. One of the main reasons for that too is, you know, we'll talk about the King of the Ring match. He addressed that issue with that ending. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was, I really feel like if that was Vince, they probably would have just ignored it, like it didn't happen type thing.
Aaron Cross beating Keith Lee was the right move. Y'all bugging.
But the fact that the fact they already addressed the pinfall finish with the shoulder being up and everything, it already makes sense from a story because he already said they was gonna run it back whenever Randy is healthy enough. Maybe they run it back in Clash at the Castle. I don't know yet, but overall, the tournament overall though, I think that's one of the best tournaments they ever did as far as match quality from the King and the Queen side. Very good matches. I don't know who people had in here winning. Gunther was still my pick to win. I still had Gunther winning.
I never wavered from Gunther.
I feel like
I had Randy winning to build up the Cody match.
That's what I had too. I feel like they're gonna go in a different route with Randy to build up the Cody match in that direction. But now that we have Gunther winning the King of the Ring,
so I just clarify the drama real quick? Not the drama, but the controversy. So people are so confused about what Triple H said in that video, and I don't understand. It was very clear. So just so people are aware, Triple H made it very clear. Referee's decision is final. Gunther is still King of the Ring. Because I've seen so many, like, what is it? The Sports Kedia, whatever, making a whole post saying, oh, Triple H said that Gunther and Randy are going to have a rematch and the winner's going to be King of the Ring. No, that's not what Triple H said. In the video, Triple H said referee's decision is final. Gunther is officially King of the Ring. That's done. However, the two are going to end up having a rematch when Randy's all better because he got fucked up during that match. He got his ass beat. So once Randy is all better and healed up, they will have a rematch, pretty much a bragging rights match on who's the better wrestler. He said Randy deserves another shot to prove that he can beat Gunther, and he says Gunther deserves another shot at Randy to remove the asterisk of the controversy of the King of the Ring finals. But no matter what happens, Gunther is still King of the Ring. That's that.
Championship match at SummerSlam versus Drew McIntyre when he wins at Clash of the Castle. Now,
is that gonna happen though? Is that the direction?
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if the title opportunity. He didn't specify the title opportunity, but he did specify.
I think
the winners of
I personally still think the title opportunity should still play into factor. In my opinion.
Oh, you're talking about is he gonna put the title opportunity up against Randy?
I feel like in this scenario you can still give Gunther the King of the Ring thing, but I feel like in that scenario, Randy also still deserves another chance to get a shot at Cody because he still didn't lose.
So you're saying when they have their rematch, you think
it should still have that stipulation? Whoever wins
okay. Well, I don't think Triple H is going to do that. But,
I don't think he's gonna, but that's what I think he should. Just to make it fair.
And then Malik, to answer your question,
I mean that wouldn't make sense.
Honestly, I don't think there was ever a purpose of having Clash of the Castle specifically in Glasgow, Scotland. Yeah. Not just Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, where Drew McIntyre is infamously from, where they announce all the time where he's from if Drew McIntyre was losing. I don't think they would have done that.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they would have done that. That's why they didn't. That's why they didn't give him. That's why they had to cash in at Mania.
No, yeah. They had to get that money to bank out the way.
Hey, you're gonna get your moment in front of your home. Mania is the sacrifice.
They had to get that. They had to get that money to bank out the way. So
I think CM Punk happens at SummerSlam. I think CM Punk costs him at SummerSlam. Is he
cleared though? Because the thing is, like, how do you really rely on a guy who's like constantly injured like this?
He ain't got to be cleared to cost somebody a match.
Yeah, I think he cost him the match.
I think
he cost him the match.
I think he cost him the match because this is what I said in the beginning of the stream. I firmly believe CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. That's Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Gunther is filling in the role of Aleister Black. That's where I feel like is going to happen. They need somebody that's comfortable with fluctuating in the mid card, that's capable of holding the world title as well, which is Gunther.
Right.
So, would you say CM Punk values his WrestleMania moment as much as Drew values winning in Glasgow? Because if so, CM Punk takes that from Drew because Drew took that from CM Punk. I see it happen at Clash, but that's just me personally.
That's not out of the ordinary. I think for me. And this is just a bold prediction. I don't even know. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think we're getting Drew and Gunther at SummerSlam. And then I don't know what's going to happen, who's going to be cleared or not, and who's not going to be cleared. But they still got to do – I think they still got to do Seth and Punk too, because that was the original story before the whole injury stuff came back and everything, before everybody got hurt and, stuff like that. So from a booking perspective – I think it would make the most sense if Seth and Punk were back in time. They could have their match at SummerSlam. Winner goes on to face the world champion at Bash of Berlin. You could do Seth versus Gunther, since Seth was the former world champion. Then you could do Punk and Drew there if they wanted to, because they're all still kind of aligned in that story. I don't know if Seth comes back and he immediately jumps into the Roman stuff. I still feel like the Punk storyline was still the main thing they got to address, and I still think that's something people want to see. I know that's what I want to see. I still want to see that match in general, and I don't think that match will happen at WrestleMania anymore. I think that's more suited for a different PLE probably. But somebody in the chat said, we hot potato in the world title now. Well, a lot of people have been saying
champion needs to be a long ass reign.
A lot of people have been saying they don't want the long term. They want something different besides the long term champion. So I mean, that could be a way to do it.
Especially if the story makes sense.
And that's what I was gonna say, because we've talked for months now about how they're going to do this world title, who's going to win it, especially now that the first thing that happened, Damian Priest cashing it. That was the first kind of domino. We were like, what are they going to do? How are they going to treat his reign? So on and so forth. So let me ask y'all a question. Malik, you've spoke to this before. Nate, I think you have as well. When the world titles were kind of flip-flopped back in the day, like whatever year that was, where there was like 11 world champions in the same year, right? So I don't want it to have to come at the detriment of Gunther. However, because Gunther, I think, is still established, like he has one loss in like I don't know how many years, or two losses, and one of them was count out. So, however, though, it can you can get away with it with the world title, because there are more people that are closer to Gunther's level in the world title scene than there are in the mid card. That's just honest. So, and this is
being generous.
I know CM Punk is trying to get his main event. However, do y'all see the possibility of a multi-man match for this world title coming in?
Yeah, you see Gunther with everybody else, yeah.
Well, I originally thought
yes.
I originally thought
Gunther just changes the landscape.
But we knew Gunther was winning Gunther was winning King of the Ring as soon as he lost the IC title.
That's before we had this stipulation, though. Now that this stipulation was added, that the winner gets their title match at SummerSlam,
yeah, as soon as
he
that
changes
was added,
the landscape on how you book that. With Gunther, I think it's not like Jey Uso. I'm sorry, it's not like Jey Uso. You can book him to lose. With Gunther, that's a booking decision you have to tread lightly on. And when I mean tread lightly, I'm talking about.
But that's why I said, and I hear you. I'm with you on that because Gunther has been presented
that's
like that.
That's a tread lightly booking decision if you make him lose.
I hear you because his whole WWE career, I think Gunther, you could probably count on your hand how many, on both hands, maybe one, how many losses he has in his career. So I understand that. Only reason why I'm gonna say maybe you can, because I get it. The Summers, because we still have Clash and we have Money in the Bank before SummerSlam.
Yes.
So I hear y'all about Gunther. But I just feel like because he's now going to be in the world title scene again, if Seth Rollins beats, I know he's hurt. I'm just using him as an example. If Seth Rollins and Gunther had a match and Seth Rollins won, would any of us really be shocked?
Hell
no. If Seth Rollins
circumstance?
If Seth,
because if we talk about a fully healthy Rollins, sure. If we talk about a Rollins that's beaten down, I'll be like, all right, motherfucker, ain't no way of beating.
Well, no. I'm just saying, like overall in general. Like the guys that are in the world title main event consistent scene, not like a Damian Priest who's holding the title. The guys who are consistently in that scene, a Cody Rhodes, a Seth Rollins, a Drew McIntyre to a lesser extent. So I know CM Punk stays hurt, but a CM Punk, if those guys beat Gunther, it might be like the way they build the match. They have to overcome crazy odds, but I don't think any of us would be shocked at the decision.
So
that's why I'm saying I don't know if Gunther. So my point is I don't know if Gunther, if and when he does win this world title last SummerSlam, because it wouldn't be crazy if he did. I don't know if he's holding it that long. I know it's hard to think of Gunther not having a super long reign, but it's kind of like to our point. Well, every champion don't need to be a world title, and now Gunther's technically going up against more dudes on his level. In a kayfabe sense, maybe not best wrestler in the world, but he's going up against more people on his level now. Like, because in that mid-card reign, he beat Sheamus, he beat Drew. Everybody else, for the most part, was pretty much mid-carders.
Beat Sammy, beat KO.
Like you know what I mean. So, like,
all right. So the thing with Gunther, and especially what this King of the Ring final showed us. You're not gonna be able to beat this motherfucker clean. That's gonna be the number one thing. You're not gonna be able to beat him clean. I know Sammy did, but that was more of a Gunther playing with his food. You caught him off guard type shit. But now that they're showing like with a Gunther on his A game, you're not gonna be able to beat him clean. And what proved that to me was this motherfucker took 2 RKOs. RKO is one of the most protected finishers right now. It usually takes one most of the time.
Yeah, it's just somebody. That's been the thing. It's just one.
It took 2, and it didn't beat him.
No, you seen
so with somebody like CM Punk or Drew,
that's Cena though.
With somebody like CM Punk or Drew, if they end up beating Gunther, it shouldn't be clean. It should be like they have. You have to like go deep in your bag to beat this man.
So what I'm hearing is y'all don't see a world where Gunther loses at SummerSlam. Is what y'all are saying.
I think if he loses at SummerSlam, it should be like somebody inadvertently caused him, like CM Punk getting involved or whatever, it hits Gunther on accident, and then some shit like that. But
only way I can see him
to me, Gunther's on that level.
I mean,
where
Drew is a heel. He can use like. Hear me out.
If he kicks him in the dick, uses exposed turnbuckle, then Claymore's him, that's fine with me.
Because my thing was because Drew McIntyre. What if he takes I learned my lesson the first time. I won the title and I was so focused on other people and all that. I messed up. I did what I've been preaching to Seth Rollins not to do. And I did it. So now that I've got this title again, I'm going to almost like, remember when Tommaso Ciampa everywhere he was holding on to Goldie because he didn't want to lose it?
He won by any means necessary.
Drew McIntyre can't take that character development route. Still be a heel because Gunther's technically a heel too. So I don't know how they're going to do that dynamic. I know they can make it work, but that's going to be a little bit of a weird dynamic to do. So you can do a Drew McIntyre, maybe,
Johnny, I touched up on that.
Maybe, what's it called?
Like 2 minutes.
Some nefarious ways. And, I mean, you can protect Gunther. I mean, Gunther's never really had to kind of deal with that type of stuff, but also too, Gunther's been a heel for all of his run.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
I think Drew and CM Punk cost each other. One at SummerSlam, one at Clash in the Castle. Keep that rivalry going.
With Gunther, I feel like it's different since he's not the Intercontinental Champion, because I feel like now they want to keep him here in the main event scene. I feel like a clean loss tells me it's like AJ. AJ lost clean, you're back of the line. You have Gunther lose on some shenanigans shit, you have an excuse to keep him there as much as you want to keep him there, because they can't beat him clean, so they can't say you have to go to the back of the line because he has a case. So it's not like AJ. So if Gunther loses at SummerSlam, it better be on some super shenanigans shit.
Well, here's my follow-up. Let's just say he does lose, clean or nefarious, which is a fair question on the other side of the argument. And I know, Malik, you hate this question, but what do you do with Gunther after that? Because I don't know. Like, generally speaking...
Lesnar? I would say Lesnar could be.
Lesnar, yeah. Hey, you know what? Yeah. But wouldn't you want to... Low-key, do they want to do that at Mania? Because that was supposed to be the Mania plans last year.
Probably.
I mean, but realistically,
out the world.
Well, realistically, Brock Lesnar is not my via. So if they tell him do a Survivor Series, he'll do it.
No, I'm about to say they could do that if Gunther were to lose at SummerSlam, they could do that in Germany, bro, if they wanted to.
No. You're right.
That's such a quick build, though.
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna say.
But I think I don't
want a little more.
Does it need a long build though? I mean, it's just these two alpha males just colliding.
But can you imagine a Raw segment where they're just beating the shit out of each other?
I was about to say you need that pull apart.
Yeah, I mean, you can build up. You can build up a little into that. I feel like I look at the story as like when Brock comes back, if he were to go up against Gunther, he's coming back to go up against the big challenger. He's looking for the next big threat. That's him. So that's the reason he's back for it, to like, all right, I'm back now. I heard you're the guy everybody's talking about, right? You're the guy.
You're supposed to be me. That's what they call it. You're supposed to be me. I bet.
They can have. I mean, if they wanted to, I'm not saying it has to happen in Germany, but I mean that crowd will go crazy over there for something like that.
Also, like it's what I said too. It's also tough to book a guy like Gunther because in his IC title run, he done stunned everybody in that Raw roster.
And unfortunately, though, too, the
only person is Seth, and you're not gonna have Seth lose.
You brought up the fact too that Gunther not losing clean to people, but there's Brock Lesnar could literally be Gunther by himself. Like doesn't need anybody. So if they were gonna go in that direction, there's one guy that could be believable enough. It's this man. So
if they have a trilogy, I won't be mad at it. If they have a trilogy, I ain't gonna be mad.
Better than the one with Bobby.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Oh, bro, we wanted that so bad, and oh man,
bro, that was a dream match.
I still feel like that match could
have
been so
Bobby
much
Lashley
better.
Won the feud,
it was just bad booking, bro. Like
every
match had a screwy finish, either somebody interfering or like a DQ or something. Like, bro, just have a clean winner, man. Like Jesus, man, why we gotta have these messed up finishes, bro? Ruin that trilogy, bro. Trilogy got
and two of the matches were under Triple H.
Such a waste.
Yeah. So right. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand the whole screwy finishes, but Brock is also one of those people that got to say what he does though too. So you know what I mean. So it's like he got that kind of. I'm not saying he used that power. I don't know for sure, but I'm saying I wouldn't be so surprised. He's like, yeah, I ain't going out like that though.
Imagine if they throw
but isn't this
Gunther's first challenger if he becomes world champ? Oh man.
Hey, but isn't this a great problem to have? Where you have so many people that are credible to be world champion, it's just a matter of picking which one you want. When's the last time we were able to say that?
Don't give me the pen. You know who I'm going
fucking
with.
2008.
Everybody else can fight.
In a minute.
What y'all? How y'all feel about the Cody and Logan match, man? Y'all like it?
It was
too overbooked for me.
It was okay.
A little too overbooked.
And did what it needed to do.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
My guy putting on bangers, man. Cody Rhodes, bro.
I'll give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, that's not overbooked.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It did. I mean, it was cool.
Very good.
Vertebraker had me going insane.
Of course, the ending was. I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, you know what?
That gave me Jon Stewart vibes, and I don't like it.
Whoever the fuck introduced that match, take Mike Rome's job. Take Mike Rome's job, bro. We don't.
What's wrong with Mike Rome?
Yeah, Mike Rome, relax.
Ass. I'm sorry. I don't like.
Mike Rome is not ass.
Nah, bro.
You're bugging.
Was ass, bro.
You're bugging.
And he want Kevin Patrick back. That's what he want, bro.
Mo, you know what I think? Mo, you know what I think?
He want Kevin Patrick back, bro. On the count. He want back on the
ending was
that was Mo. You gotta Mo. I feel like that ending to the match.
They had to do it.
It was for the crowd.
No,
at the end of the day, but we're in the world title match.
No, I hear you, but at the end of the day, even though
it's
we're
Saudi,
taking
bro.
a new direction,
Saudi paid
one,
that
it's
money,
Saudi,
bro.
and two, it's still a sports entertainment company.
Absolutely.
So
it's to make the Saudi crowd go home happy.
I was perfectly okay with him
that.
announcing the match. I thought that was great for them. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, are we gonna build Logan and Ibrahim now? Like,
Right, hold on.
Nah, they're building Logan and Corey Graves.
Corey Graves.
Oh, that was so
is
funny.
people-
Jesus,
what I
that was
don't like is
hilarious.
People discrediting how Cody went. I think people also forgetting too, like that, like what G Baby said, but also I think y'all also forgetting Logan Paul is still United States champion. He needs to look strong in his own right as well in defeat.
Facts.
He's still a champion.
Forgot about
that. That makes a lot more sense.
Like
now.
people were like, did he really need the ring announcer and the 3 crossroads?
He's still
like,
US
no,
champ?
he's United States champions. He's
the three
that.
3 crossroads for me is like I'm teaching you a lesson. Like I'm whooping your ass type of.
Yeah.
Type.
And he-
Not
and he
because
would've
he
won
needed
if the
it,
ref
but I'm
didn't
whooping
get
your
hit.
ass.
I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch. That was something.
I got a question
Oh
for you.
man, show some edge, man. Show some edge, Cody.
I got a question. I seen some people point this out. You think Cody's slowly but surely building up to a heel run?
No.
I hope not.
Maybe it's
think so.
listen. I
think
said at one point.
Looks in there too.
I said at one
Yeah,
point.
I think it's
How crazy would it be? No, I mean not anytime soon, probably not.
Yeah, like two to 3 years from now. That's
How crazy would
yeah.
crazy would it be? Like
If he turned into Homelander,
a shock factor where you had him turn heel, because I was throwing out just like a random story about him turning heel, but like leading up before he won the championship and everything. But like, I don't know, man. One day he gonna end up showing up with that black hair, bro. It's not gonna be blonde.
Yeah, nah, he's gonna go Homelander.
You think he gonna leave Judgment Day?
I think Cody
Black hair Cody.
is gonna do what he wanted to do in AEW. He's gonna become like 3 Crossroads. Like he got punched with the brass knucks and all that. Like Super Cody is building up, and I think he's building on that. And he's gonna do what he wanted to do in AEW because he said like we tried it, but it was too nuanced. So I think he's gonna do it.
I think they should do with Cody what the fans had always wanted to do with John Cena, like build him up as this ultimate white meat baby face that is just so appealing to the kid audience, and then just breaks everybody's heart. You know what I'm saying? Just turns on everybody.
Because Cena was ready for that too. Cena was ready for that too.
Like Hulk Hogan type vibes, you know, like Hulk Hogan built up as this ultimate good guy, couldn't do no wrong, and all of a sudden he's wearing black and white. You know what I'm saying? He's just
Cody's favorite wrestler growing up was Hulk Hogan. He said,
Cody
was in the building for that too.
So much sense now.
And Cody could do it a lot better than Hulk Hogan. He can do it a lot better.
Hey, but he put on
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, man.
Bash at the Beach '96 is probably the greatest.
No, I mean Cody Rhodes
history.
as a heel was always very good when he was like dashing Cody Rhodes stuff, but like Hollywood Hulk Hogan was crazy, bro.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan was good, but I think Cody can go deeper. Is what I'm saying.
Homelander Cody.
He can have more layers to his character.
He ain't gonna do no finger poke doom. I'll give you that.
Chat,
yeah.
You watch The Boys and you see Homelander, man. That's a bad motherfucker, dude.
I gotta get live.
Question. So do y'all think Randy's next?
Randy's
no, not right now, but I think they're gonna. I think they're running. I mean, AJ Styles has already teased that he wants another shot, so there's something going to be in there with that.
I love that.
I threw out the idea. I think they should do, and this is from all story angles. I'll explain why. If you need Cody to have a really next big match, I would do Cody versus Carmelo Hayes versus LA Knight versus AJ Styles in the Fatal 4-Way. And the reason I say that though is because AJ's already said he wants another shot. He said he has to earn or whatever, but he wants one more shot. And basically, if you watch the promo that he cut, he basically said that he doesn't have time to earn another shot. Like basically saying that my time is ticking on my career, and this may be my last real shot to become a world champion again before I retire. The reason I say you throw Melo and LA Knight in there is because they got a little interaction going on. Carmelo Hayes' presentation so far has been really good on the main roster. He's gone after big stars. When he first came to the main roster, the first person he went after was Cody, even though it wasn't for the championship. But he stepped up to make it known, like, I'm going to be one of these next guys in your position for a little bit. LA Knight is one of the top stars. He also had a little feud with AJ Styles. You know, he lost the match at WrestleMania, but LA Knight lost, maybe you could even say the bigger match. He lost the number 1 contender match to AJ Styles on SmackDown. So they have 2 big wins over each other. Cody is like really the ultimate babyface that'll take on all challengers, and I feel like that's a match that would all make sense from all story angles. LA Knight and Cody are 2 baby faces. You throw Melo in there, LA Knight and Melo, that extends their feud. AJ Styles gets that one last shot. everybody also has an angle in there where they've done something. LA Knight and AJ Styles had something not that long ago. Carmelo Hayes and Cody had something not that long ago. Now you have LA Knight and Carmelo who are having something currently right now. AJ Styles also in the mix makes sense because him and Melo may have something for the future as well, because I think Melo is going to be one of the next top stars on the division for a while. So I think from an aspect, it would just make sense from a storyline perspective, and it would be a big challenge for Cody because he hasn't really had a big obstacle to go against a champion yet. Like, all his matches have been one-on-one matches, but in a Fatal 4 match, you don't have to get pinned to lose. So it would add.
You wanted that Clash?
Clash at the Castle.
They might do the one-on-one rematch, but with a stipulation.
Maybe.
Because I think AJ Styles, it's kind of like he doesn't have time. Well, you know what he's going to do? Cody Rhodes is probably going to come out, and AJ Styles is going to attack him.
Beat the shit.
Kind of not like Shawn Michaels-esque, like when he was trying to get his match. Like, doing whatever title? He can to get... No, not career restart.
His last shot.
Gotcha. Yeah,
like Joe did.
That's how I
feel
like they should book AJ in the Royal Rumble when it happens.
Now, Malik, do you think LA Knight has enough time with your scenario after Clash at the Castle to build to Logan at SummerSlam?
Yeah, because I think they should. I think they should do Logan versus LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes at SummerSlam. That's what I would want to see.
I don't want to keep throwing in Carmelo Hayes in a lot of these big matches if he doesn't.
He's just gonna lose.
I mean,
that's fine though.
He can take the losses for now. He's
young. He's young. He's fine. All he needs to worry about is
them putting
and get over. That's
them putting him in there. I think is a big deal enough though. Like, he may not have to win these matches right now, but
I'm not saying the first title match he goes in he has to win. But first, you're putting him in the Fatal 4-Way. Then you're going to put him in a triple threat with, like, I feel like
in the Fatal 4, he don't have to take the pin in the Fatal 4.
And you're going from main event title to mid card title. I just feel like he could have you could spend that time in another feud.
Yes,
but he's going to be in the feud. He's going to be intertwined with LA Knight, so it would make sense if they're still having that feud by then for them to go after.
But don't we want LA Knight as U.S. champion though?
I think
he wins the title.
But we don't need Melo losing any feuds right now.
What to Malik's
point? He can't lose feuds right now.
If Melo would lose in the triple threat, that gives him a chance to challenge LA Knight again for the title.
I think we need Melo. The thing Melo got to worry about still putting on good matches and getting over. Right now, he's still not over with the crowd. We don't need him beating LA Knight yet.
He's
not. He's not on that level yet.
You could basically just have him. You could do the Fatal 4-Way and have him and LA Knight have a feud leading up to SummerSlam, and then LA Knight beats Melo in a number 1 contenders match, and you can revisit LA Knight and Carmelo in like 2 or 3
down
months.
The line,
Once LA Knight,
how long is Bobby hurt for?
Yeah.
How long is Bobby
Lashley?
hurt for?
I don't know.
I didn't even know he was hurt.
Putting Melo,
for some
the whole point of putting
I was like, what?
Putting Melo in these matches just gives him the spotlight to show that he can perform at the high level, because like Lewis said, like, not everybody watches NXT, so he still may not be over what's familiar of majority of the audiences. You put him in the matches with Cody and LA Knight and AJ Styles and all that stuff, he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna show that, okay, I'm gonna go out here, even though I'm not gonna win. He may be the one guy to steal the show in the match, to be like, okay, he was like the MVP of the match.
You keeping it a bean, the way how they're building him up on the main roster is no different how they built him up in NXT. When he was first built up on NXT, his first like main guy he went up against was Adam Cole. Yep. Slapped Adam Cole in the face and stole the show. The very first night on the main roster where he got drafted, literally went up to Cody and challenged him to a match and showed everybody that he's on notice. And then after that, Melo was put right into the mid card. That's fine for Melo. He could be put right into the mid card. That's fine.
Not to mention he just had a match with Randy Orton too, bro. So like,
he's fine.
They got him closing SmackDown.
Yeah, he's facing top contenders right now. Like, his time's gonna come. He's got plenty of time for his time to come, because I do think he'll be U.S. champ, maybe even world champ at some point. But he's still new to the roster, so I feel like you put him in these big scenarios, he doesn't necessarily have to win these matches yet for him to be in a good spot.
I think the only young dude like that needs to win is Braun. That's it.
Well,
everyone else.
Well, honestly, I feel like it's the same for both of them. I get Braun is more of a physical force and all that, but like, my thing is, and this is what I'm afraid of, and y'all might feel differently, but to me, on the main roster, Grayson Waller, even though he's good, he hasn't really clicked yet. I like A-Town Down Under.
I don't.
The Grayson Waller, I mean, I like it.
Somebody had to say it. I know. Grayson Waller's back is hurting carrying that tag.
No, but even then, even with the carrying and all that, Grayson Waller to me still has not clicked yet. What? Like it hasn't clicked. And my only fear is Grayson Waller. I know eventually there's gonna be a split, and Grayson Waller eventually is gonna, have a massive heel run, hopefully more serious, but whatever. My fear is, what if Grayson Waller doesn't get out of that? Doesn't find that next gear. But the only thing is, Grayson Waller was losing a lot. He hasn't won a feud yet until he won them tag titles. He lost every feud. All he did was lose.
But I think the presentation of...
Hold on, I got. So here's my pushback. When Grayson Waller first debuted on the main roster, they had big plans for him because they immediately threw him into a match with Edge. And after he put on that banger with Edge gave him the nod and said, "You swam." After that, he was in the United States title scene in number contendership matches where he was getting some steam. He was getting really good reactions. The problem that we fell into with Grayson Waller was he got hurt. And then he was off TV. That was the problem with Grayson Waller. He got hurt. If Grayson Waller doesn't get hurt, Grayson Waller is in a completely different position than he is right now.
I don't even think it's too though. I don't.
That's why he kept doing the Grayson Waller effect.
I don't look at Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller.
He was hurt.
I don't look at Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller on the same level either. Like, Carmelo Hayes was a guy in NXT who was world champ, like winning title. Grayson Waller never touched any of those titles in NXT. So when he came up to the main roster, I didn't expect him to be pushed in world title feuds. Mid-card feuds, yes, but I'm expecting Carmelo Hayes without a while, like, to be one of the next top players on SmackDown, like up there with the guys they need to build as main eventers. I never looked at Grayson Waller being in that spot. Now, he's stuck in this tag team with Lewis. I don't like this tag team at all. I wish they would lose the tag titles like tomorrow if they could. But I think Grayson Waller, once they do lose the tag team titles, because everybody's been saying they should turn Austin Theory babyface. So if they turn him babyface,
they should have done that yesterday.
They could have their little inner feud right there. But I look at Grayson Waller as like he's gonna be at the C level on the main roster. I don't see him breaking any ceilings on the main roster. I don't think they're gonna book him that way. I'm looking at Carmelo Hayes like I think he's going to be like somebody that's going to be in the air level. Like he's going to be somebody that is going to be one of the next top stars for the future because they made it kind of clear in NXT. Him and Braun Breaker were like the two guys they were going to build that brand around for the next couple of years to do that, and they did that. And now that come up to the main roster, but not everybody watches NXT, so they kind of have to not repackage them a little bit, but kind of reinvent them a little bit to kind of get.
They still have to build them.
Yeah, kind of make people get a little bit more. Make people get a little bit more familiar because there's only been, for me, there were two people that I can recall that came up to the main roster that got huge reactions, and that was Enzo and Cass and Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, really big reactions, but like the fans knew who these people were. Like, you didn't have to do anything.
And those only happened because it was like Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, so you got all the hardcores there. Otherwise, they don't happen like that.
Yeah, so that was a Raw after Mania.
And I feel like what they're doing right now, like what I saw with Braun on Raw, is what I need to see. Too. Like what Braun Breaker did on Raw told me everything I need to see. Like he's gonna be that next intense superstar in that roster who like is legit gonna be a problem. When I say intense, I'm talking like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar type intensity, Batista type intensity, where like he's gonna be dominating and showing all types of ruthless aggression. Everything I need to see was on the Raw because he hadn't been shown for a while. People were like, "Where's Braun? He's having squash matches," but what he did to that jobber, and then after stuff he did backstage,
for Ricochet and now.
And then he's stepping up to Adam Pearce saying, "You should have put me in the King of the Ring." Now he's gonna be that problem where like the Authority can't control him type thing.
What I feel like too when it comes to Braun and Melo is Braun never needed anybody to get over. Not saying Melo needs it, but a big part of Melo's success to what he had in NXT was due to Trick Williams being his mouthpiece for a hot minute.
Yeah,
Trick Williams talked him up.
Weren't that great.
But Trick Williams put him on a major pedestal. Like he was a big part of that. Now Melo's on his own in the big leagues. I think it's going to take a little longer for Melo to really get the ball rolling because he doesn't have Trick there.
It's
the main roster too. Like you got to know how to talk.
I hear why you're saying it. I get why you're saying it. My only pushback, I feel like the only problem with Melo was they turned the babyface. And he lost. It's not that they turned him face. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's not that they turned him babyface. It's the fact that they turned the babyface and he became bland. That was the problem. Melo lost all that the shit talking he was doing, the way he would walk to the ring with some swag. After he turned babyface, that was gone. That was like he did not have that spark about him until he turned heel again. All of that was gone, and so that's why I get why you're saying that. But to me, I think Trick is great too. Trick was crucial to that little run they had. I think the only problem Melo ever had was when he turned babyface. He became you can be a babyface and still have the same characteristics about you. You can still act like you all that, huh?
Like Bianca.
Yeah. Just don't win. Just don't cheat to win, and you're good. Yeah. Don't cheat to win. I swear, a lot of heels when they turn baby faces, all they have to do is not cheat to win, and we're good. Be the same character, and I think that was Melo's problem. He didn't have that type of swag when he walked in the room no more. Yeah, he wore a suit a couple times, but he didn't. Like Ilya is the same character. If they turned him heel, he'd be the same character. He even showed heelish tendencies when he was going against Trick.
He did.
So you can be the same character as a heel. Braun Breaker, for example. Now that's somebody who, when you change, if he turns back into a babyface, nothing should change about the way you're presenting him. Just don't.
He's just attacking heels.
Don't attack people after the end of the match. Don't spear people through.
No, him being healed that turned up the intensity and more character work for Braun.
Yeah. That definitely works. Because I didn't think he was a bad babyface.
I just knew
they were feeding him to Melo.
I'm not disagreeing with you on Melo. I just think Melo, especially on the main roster, it's gonna take a little while. Like, because Melo's decent on the mic, but still needs to get better. And on top of that, he's not like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has a chant right now that's getting over. He has the barking that he's doing, and that's already getting over. Melo doesn't have that. Melo, and also, I go back on the Trick thing because Melo got really over because of how Trick talked him up. Because in the beginning, Melo really wasn't talking. So when Melo was getting put in these big matches, it was because of how Trick talked him up. Now in the beginning, Melo's by himself and he doesn't have that. So I'm not disagreeing with you saying that Melo's not going to be in these positions. But I think to get to the level where we know Melo can get at, it's just gonna take a little bit longer than we're gonna think.
I think the way the easy way I think you get Carmelo Hayes over on the main roster is the same way you did in NXT. You just have him put on good matches because, like Lewis said, his promos weren't that great, but the matches that he was having with Adam Cole and all those people, amazing. Oh yeah, well, he can go in the ring.
That's how they got over Johnny Gargano.
How long was that little run before it turned into 2.0? Because not too long after 2.0, that man was North American champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
I remember his debut against Adam Cole. That was
He won the NXT. He won the NXT Breakout Tournament, but the only reason why they threw the North American title on him was because Swerve got drafted to SmackDown. If Swerve didn't,
you know what? That is fair.
If Swerve didn't get drafted, Melo doesn't win that.
Not to mention too, when they rebranded 2.0, the people that
that's crazy to think. Swerve,
the people that they kind of made, the people that they kind of made it seem like were going to be the next big stars were the people who were all in War Games. Tony D'Angelo, Grayson Waller, Carmelo Hayes, and Braun Breaker. Those were all the guys that they were like, these are going to be some of our next big stars. And Tony D'Angelo still doing great stuff in NXT. Grayson Waller was a great heel for NXT. And then Braun and Melo were literally the two top stars in NXT for like 3 years in a row. So I think the way they just present Carmelo Hayes, you just put him in positions where he just have great matches. You put him in that fatal four-way, he doesn't have to win, but he going to be able to shine in that match where he can look very good in that match where you're like, okay, that guy's going to be something. You know what I'm saying? The next year or so, that guy going to be a main event player. He's going to be somebody to look out for. I think that's how they need to present him on the roster because his promos are okay. As a heel, they're a lot better because when you're a heel, you can say stuff and kind of get away with it more than when you're a babyface. You got to be very, very particular in what you can say and not say.
But what you're saying, they're already doing that with Melo. He had a good match against Cody. He had a good match against Corbin. He had a good match against Randy and sold the fuck out of the RKO. So they're doing that. But it's my only main concern is the main roster casuals. That's it, because it takes a little bit longer for them to digest and really get used to it. And with a guy like Melo compared to a guy like Braun, where Braun can appeal and Braun has like a little chant where it can get over. Melo, it's a little bit harder for a guy like that. So not saying he can't reach
yeah.
It's just going to take longer than we actually think.
They're gonna be presented two different ways. You know, Braun Breaker obviously is a bigger, more athletic guy who's just got more intensity. So his presentation is gonna be a lot different. Just based off what we saw on Raw, it's like it kind of honestly it was giving me a little bit of the Braun Strowman vibes. How I felt was like the intensity was one of the main reasons I liked Braun Strowman a lot is because I can believe in this guy's not only intensity, his power, his athleticism, but he had everything you look for in a believable, dominant big man that you were looking for. Even though Braun Breaker isn't a big man, he has everything you could believe in to be a dominant top, guy in that division. Like that guy is legitimately insane. The way he runs the ropes is crazy, bro. He runs like a 23 mile per hour. Is like running the ropes. Like his spear may be the most intense spear we've ever seen since Goldberg. He has everything you could ask for. So all they have to do is just plant the seeds right for him to be presented as that, and it may not even take too long, honestly. I mean, within the next couple of months.
They literally just have to be Braun Strowman. He literally just has to be Braun Strowman without the hesitation.
Yeah.
That's
give it until Money in the Bank and watch him go off of money, like put somebody through ladders and shit, and it's up from there.
And as long as Melo talks better than Ricochet, his in-work ability is gonna.
Oh yeah, it's up.
Ricochet is not in the slightest believable.
The worst talker, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you lost a promo battle to Logan Paul, bro. You know
bro,
how hard that shit is.
Cooked.
Logan Paul's actually good. He's actually good at promos.
I was about to say Logan Paul's actually.
But
at that time with that Ricochet feud.
But at that time,
with that Ricochet feud, he wasn't all that, bro. I'm being honest.
Triple H was trying to give him a shot, but he couldn't talk his way out of paper bag, bro. It was bad.
But again, though,
you know what they need to do Ricochet at this point? At this point, contact El Rey Network, buy the rights to Prince Puma, and just repackage
but here's the thing, though, y'all, we're talking about the things that you have to do, like building people up and stuff. All Ricochet has to do is be NXT Ricochet, which isn't too much different. Just have him put on great matches, and he actually needs to win the big one. Like when he beat Adam Cole.
Because we look at, I'm going to be honest,
Ricochet.
Real quick, Malik, real quick. I feel like Ricochet, while NXT presented him really well, I feel like Ricochet got really over because that NXT crowd watches stuff outside WWE and they know of Prince Puma and they know of all these guys and they know of their history. So it was a lot easier for him to just remain popular. He didn't have to be good on the mic. But when you come up to the main roster, you kind of got to elevate a little bit on the mic.
You got to be.
You want to know why I kind of disagree though? Because it's me, someone who never heard of Lucha Underground till after watching that stuff.
Yeah,
I thought Ricochet. The only difference between Ricochet, honestly, now I'll say, let me rephrase. The only difference between NXT Ricochet and Triple H Ricochet just doesn't win the big one. But once once Triple H started using Ricochet and said, you know what? Just go out there and have a 20-minute match with JD McDonough and just be you. Yeah, oh my gosh, all of a sudden the crowd started cheering him.
I don't necessarily know if Ricochet has to be good at promos. I feel like Ricochet is kind of the same how we felt about Cesaro. Like Cesaro could.
They should get him a manager.
That is a perfect comparison.
But Ricochet like Cesaro.
To be alive.
Cesaro wasn't good at promos, but for years we had begged for that man to get a push because he was so good in the ring, like just so good. And we're like, bro, just give him something. Give me something, some type of push,
does
please.
Have like some sort of natural charisma without that mic.
But
does he need a manager?
You see,
he needs hair.
I mean, they tried with Cesaro. He had Paul Heyman, but it didn't work.
Hey, Ricochet needs hair, and Karen Cross needs to go bald.
Just swap.
That's how I'm kind of looking at the same. Like
y'all want Karen Cross to go bald? Y'all don't like his hair, bro?
That's what
Bald Karen Cross, bro.
With the goatee. Oh my gosh.
He turned it into a Pedro, bro. Like what the
right?
It could be. I mean, it could be either. I kind of look at it the same way though. Like, I feel like. It goes back to the same conversation I had before. Not everybody's going to have a total package where they need to get over. Like, as long as you have a connection with the audience, you're doing something right. So, yes, Ricochet may not be great at promos, but he can do a lot of things in the ring that half the roster can't even do. So that makes him stand out. That makes him stand out right there alone. Cesaro, we talked about a minute ago. He may not have been great at promos, but he was stronger than probably half the people on that roster could do things that they couldn't do. So that makes him stand out. And he had a connection with the audience. He was over. They liked him. So at least give him a little something. Not saying he got to be face of the company. Not saying he got to be a Roman Reigns type world champion, a John Cena type world champion, a Triple H type world champion. But like, at least give them something where they can feel credible on the roster. I feel like they were doing that really good with Ricochet last year. He was presented on TV really well. He got Money in the Bank, had the feud with Logan Paul. But then they kind of didn't do anything with them. So I get there's maybe only a ceiling you can go so far with them, but
they should have had more matches there.
I also think like I see where G's coming from, because when Triple H immediately took over and Ricochet won the SmackDown World Cup and they built that story with Gunther, that was the best story on SmackDown. Like that was a really good story, and then they did nothing with Ricochet after he got clapped.
That match is really good.
I mean, because it's Gunther, you know.
Really
it was really good. I loved all 2 minutes Ricochet got offense in. It was great.
But I think, like you said, the Logan Paul feud cost Ricochet. That's in my opinion. I think the Logan Paul feud hurt him.
How?
Really?
I think it hurt him.
No, he lost dirty and then just forgot about it.
Yeah, that's
but he said he's leading up to it. How did it hurt Ricochet though?
I think the way that
he got cooked by Logan.
I think the way that he was portraying himself on the mic really it made me less interested in him flipping over it wasn't a good looking.
Bro, that crowd was like, oh shit.
They didn't make any noise. No one was hype about that. That dude flipped over him and like looked and then
it was like
but then what Logan said after, what Logan said after buried him, he said that's cool for TikTok. I was like, oh my god.
Like, oh damn.
But let's be real.
He got a response for everything.
But let's be real. That little flip he did it in NXT, and this might be an unpopular opinion. Wasn't that cool when he did it then? I was just like,
I knew I was gonna have to get it on him.
When he flipped in front of Velveteen Dream, I was like, oh, that's cool.
No. Hold on, let me push back on that. No.
I knew it was gonna happen.
No, it's different when he did it with Velveteen Dream, because the story that they were telling was Velveteen Dream said anything Ricochet can do, I can do better. So Ricochet was like, I bet. So if I flip over this ring, you could do it better than me. And then
bro, not to mention, bro.
And then when Velveteen was speechless, that told the story
Lewis,
like,
it was a better.
I didn't say
it wasn't a better story.
You said
it was a better story that they were telling with the move. But when he did said move, I was like, oh, cool, okay.
You do it.
Okay, I didn't say I'm not.
You gotta understand what
I didn't say
that, man. That shit was cool,
Lewis,
man.
I remember the story. I was a Velveteen Dream guy, so I get you.
Bring him back.
Yes, please.
Oh,
I
boy.
get
You're gonna get us canceled.
Mark Henry said to bring him back the other day.
Shout out, Dapper Mark.
I mean, if anyone actually watched the interview, I mean,
I did. Bring him.
But most people don't want to.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
What Ricochet, that move that Ricochet did, bro, there's only very few people that can honestly do that, bro. That shit is probably hard,
you're
bro.
right. The story they were telling was much better with Velveteen.
No, I'm saying the move in general, bro. Jumping on the top rope and a
that?
front flip and land on your feet clean, bro. That's crazy.
You're right.
No, Ricochet's insane.
That's what made it cool.
It
made
is,
him
bro.
unique.
Right.
This may be how many people in WWE realistically they can do that right now?
Probably
off the top of your head.
Probably
Mello, maybe.
Nah.
Not even.
Mello.
I don't even know if Mello can do it.
Definitely not Mello.
I think Montez.
It's Montez.
Maybe Montez Ford.
Maybe Dragon Lee.
Javon Evans.
Yeah, Javon Evans. Fred Wesley.
Dragon Lee.
I say. I mean, Angelo Dawkins does it like every time. So.
He probably could.
That's kind of crazy. For
hey, so wait,
on your feet clean though.
Wait, Dawkins can do that?
Yeah, Dawkins
can. Probably. Yeah, he's.
If Dawkins can flip out like that and land on.
You know, Dawkins has done it. I mean, Drew has done it too. I've seen Drew.
Drew too big for that. Land on his feet.
I've seen him land on his feet.
Keith Lee can do it.
Let me put an asterisk. I've seen him land on his feet after he landed on somebody. I've seen him like.
We also got to think about the flip, but not just the flip, but the distance of it.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen Angelo.
Keith Lee.
Wait, y'all being serious?
No, he ain't landing on his feet. He ain't landing on his feet.
Angelo Dawkins overshoot people and still land on his feet and act like he landed.
I've seen Keith Lee do a over the top rope, whatever is still.
2024 Keith Lee,
but not that distance.
Okay.
Not that distance.
Yeah, relax.
I'm trying to kill this man.
Hey.
Omos crazy.
Come on. Oh my.
And he don't want to embarrass nobody.
Malik, you know who can do it? I know you saw them New Japan Great Khali clips when he's springboarding over the top
Springboard over the top rope.
Why'd you have to say his name? I was having a good day. Why'd you say his name?
I think you're right. Montez, maybe Angelo Dawkins, Javon Evans. Those are probably the people. Those are probably the people.
Javon Evans can.
For sure.
Honestly,
Saruka.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know, bro. Logan Paul pretty.
Tatum Paxley.
I was just about to say probably.
Yeah, Logan.
I'm not lying.
All the gymnasts.
All them gymnasts.
Probably all the gymnasts. All the gymnasts.
I can't agree with that. Katana Chance, I apologize. It's just because you're too short.
You know what's crazy? I still think she could.
I don't think she can. No.
If she had one of the little trampolines,
I'm not gonna lie. Have you seen her on
trampolines.
American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah,
Have you seen her on American Ninja Warrior? I
have.
low-key think she could. I'm not.
Hey, Malik.
Because a lot of people don't know.
No, yeah, she's extremely. I've seen her on that. I've seen her on that show. She's extremely athletic. It's crazy.
I was about to say because a lot of people didn't know that. That's why she got signed because of.
Y'all remember Royal Rumble 2019? That big ass that little save she did.
Yeah, bro. If you go watch her on American Ninja when she was still Casey Catanzaro, bro, she was crazy. Crazy athletic. Like.
So how do y'all feel about?
She was with Ricochet for a minute too.
So
especially from my guy. Man.
How do y'all feel about people saying Jey Uso not main event material?
Oh, are we gonna talk about that? Are we? Because
hey,
the chat might kill me for real. Are we gonna talk about that?
I'm sorry.
I feel like
material. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Oh, I didn't say I don't think he's not main event material, but they need to stop calling him main event Jey Uso.
That's my only thing. That's my only thing.
Look, call him mid card Jey Uso.
I like his name because of how Roman was manipulated.
No. This is my only thing. I don't know if he's really popular right now, but when you think of main event guys, I don't know if I look at him in the same aspect as like a Cody, a CM Punk, and all that stuff.
He's not.
Realistically, though, for him being main event Jey Uso, I don't understand the whole nickname of him being main event when he doesn't excel in the main event at all. Like he doesn't win any of the big main event matches unless he's teaming up with Jimmy. That's the only time he's ever excelled in the main event when he's in a tag team.
You want to know why he's?
And I feel like a lot of people. I guess there are mixed people. There are some people who don't think Jey Uso's like that. There are some people who do, but there's a reason. I feel like when you look at main event guys, and this is how I break it down, look at it. There's a reason that Cody was the one to beat Roman and it wasn't Jey, because Jey had a good story to do it. They wanted to do it last year at SummerSlam, but when you look at all the guys as far as who they build a company around as a guy that could be the centerpiece as a main event player, I don't think Jey Uso is one of those guys that they're looking at. Cody's one of those guys. Drew McIntyre, I think, is one of those guys. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, those guys are in that category. But I don't think Jey Uso is in that same category because realistically, not too far from now, he's going to be teaming up with his brother again. Because
Jay's one of those guys that floats.
He does.
Actually, I don't think he is. You want to know why? Because they didn't give him the IC title in COVID when it wasn't meaning anything. That was the time to do it. When you had Roman and Jey side by side when Jimmy was hurt, you had the perfect opportunity to give Jey Uso that Intercontinental title because it didn't mean anything during COVID. It was flip-flopping with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the IC champion in COVID.
Why'd you give him a stray?
Because, bro, Jeff Hardy was an IC champion in 2020.
That's crazy.
When he wasn't terrible?
Yeah, that's wild.
What do you mean? He was still old Jeff Hardy.
We're going to do this again.
Old Jeff Hardy for forever now. You could have given Jey Uso that. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso literally could have been champions together. Once Jey Uso finally bought in to what Roman Reigns was teaching him, Jey Uso should have been an IC.
He should have been the one to beat Big E. That's just me.
He should have. That was such a layup. That's such a layup. With the New Day's history.
Fake African Apollo.
Literally, it was a D-Wade LeBron layup, bro. Imagine if D-Wade would have had that oop. And then LeBron just whiffed on the dunk. That's exactly what they did.
No, they even jumped.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I feel like they gotta give. I feel like though, with Jey having his popularity, though, I feel like they gotta give him something before he team back up with Jimmy, though. He gotta have something.
They're not going to though. We're talking about.
But is that going to be a big missed opportunity? That's going to be a big missed opportunity.
They already did give him something. They're ass flipping. That's what he did.
Hey, you're right.
I think he still got a shot.
Missed opportunity. But we just spent 30 minutes on this podcast talking about, is Gunther going to win the title? And then you got CM Punk.
No. I'm not saying the world title, but at least the IC.
No, the IC title.
But even with the IC title, there's two problems wrong with that. One, main event Jey Uso is your mid card champion. Can't call him main event Jey Uso after that. And two,
There's stories going on with the IC title that Jey Uso doesn't fit in anymore.
All he said he wanted was a singles championship. He didn't say world championship.
And here's
also,
even
I think
that's
money
like
plays a
saying-
factor.
That's like saying
I think money plays a factor too because he's the top merch seller. That's
but the problem
that's
you're
like
still calling him main event Jey Uso.
Oh, I don't like the
That's-
nickname.
that nickname
That's
has to
like
go.
that's
No,
like
we don't
when
like
Double.
it.
That's like when Double or Nothing tries to say they have a triple main event, or when WWE did it with that show a while ago.
What you talking about?
There's
Him
not
being
a
the top
triple
merch
main
seller?
event. There is not a triple main event. There was one
I'm not
main
watching
event,
that
and then
shit.
it's the last show, and then it's the last match on the show.
Yeah.
Main event.
But here's the thing,
you are
right?
main event.
Jey-
I have. There. It is rare when an IC title main event's a pay per view. Main event's a big match.
I don't remember the last time.
It
they
is
did that.
rare.
That's right.
It is
That's
rare.
Lucky
But here's the
Gunther
thing:
had
even
visa
with
problems.
Jey, even if Jey teams back with Jimmy, that doesn't mean he has to stay in the tag team division. He can
Hold on.
always just go back
No,
out.
we
That's what
know-
Matt and Jeff did.
We know once he goes back with Jimmy, we know the build is gonna be the Usos versus God. That's the build.
Yeah, but it's not
we're not gonna
permanent.
be oblivious to that. That's the build. So he's
I think
gonna
he got to
be in
get the
tag-
IC before.
He's gonna be in the tag division for a hot minute.
No, I mean they
versus
can
GOD.
like Mo said, they can team up and Jey could still because realistically
Go
when
in and
Jimmy
out.
comes back as babyface too. He's gonna get a big reaction when he comes back,
Yeah.
especially teaming up with Jey. Like the whole bloodline, OG bloodline with Roman, Jimmy, and Jey, they're gonna be top babyfaces when they come back because they already had the heel run, and now I think people now more respect
Hey,
of
you
what they
ready to do
did
shit?
with the bloodline.
He's getting
You're
a new
right,
sign.
and
man.
that's why with Jey Uso. Why? What did I say? Why? I
That's
didn't know he was
crazy.
writing for me. What did I say?
Someone put that in the chat, bro.
Oh,
got a new side.
Gee, what's it gonna take for you to remove the do-rag, bro? What's it gonna take? Bro?
I listen. I feel like I feel like I feel like it's just.
No, my.
I feel like it's just the nickname. It's just a nickname that doesn't
doesn't fit.
it does.
Why
It's just a
your
nickname that
arm
doesn't
look
feel
like
like
that?
when he was the right hand man, Jey Uso. That was a fit for him. But then he became
Make
main
fun of my
event Jey
right, bro.
Uso. But he
But you know what's
doesn't.
funny? He only started calling himself main event Jey Uso after he left Roman Reigns.
No, yeah, true.
No.
That's when they put it on the
They
t-shirt.
gave him.
That's when they put it
Oh,
on
on
the
the t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
When he
Okay.
started claiming it himself, because they called him that in COVID. But like once Jimmy came back, it wasn't main event Jey Uso no more. They were the Usos. They didn't put it on a t-shirt and start calling him that till he left Roman and did that whole split. That when he was like, I'm out, and then he came back on Raw when Cody brought it. That's when they really ran with the main event Jey Uso.
Drilled it into your head. He's main event.
Yeah, but his only accomplishment is a 1 week or a 1 day. How long did he hold them tag titles with Cody for?
9 days.
9 days. That's his only
was dumb.
accomplishment.
That was dumb.
Yeah, I feel like they
Yeah, it
need
was
to.
entertaining, but it was dumb.
They need to. I feel like they need to drop the nickname because how can he be a main event guy when he doesn't excel in the main event and he doesn't win any of the title matches he won? He lost the IC title to Gunther. He lost to Seth Rollins. He lost to Roman Reigns. He lost to Damian
Lost to
Priest.
Gunther
like,
again.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say,
he couldn't even win. He
He
couldn't
should've
win
been the
King
one
of the
to beat
Ring.
Gunther, that's
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
gonna
Like,
say it was different when he was getting protected. When you lost to Roman because Jimmy pulled you out. You lost to Gunther because Jimmy distracted you ringing it. But you've lost clean now.
Yeah, you losing by
You
yourself.
lost to Damian Priest.
Well, that was not clean.
It wasn't clean, but it's Damian Priest, and you all know how you feel about him.
Gunther was
Is
clean.
Damian
the
Priest
world
on the same level of
champion.
Gunther? Is Damian Priest on the same
No,
level of Gunther?
obviously
No.
not. But he's a world champion. You got to make the world
now
champion
he's
look
a world-
important.
Paper
hey, you know what's
Hey,
real
hey,
champion?
so
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna say Jinder Mahal was world champion too.
Let's
Jinder
not
Mahal.
bring
Jinder
that up,
Mahal.
G. Let's not bring that up, G. Please. Don't make me sad. Please.
Jinder Mahal was a world champion, though.
Bro, I'm having a good day. Please don't bring that up.
Jinder about to go to New Japan and get.
No, they had to make him presentable as world champion though. That's why he's beating Randy Orton and stuff. Nobody wanted it, but he's still.
Fuck.
Yeah, like
Bro, let's not go back to that, please.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to hear that.
Had him presentable as
You
world
don't
champion.
want to talk about the modern day Maharaja, bro?
Pipe down, please.
I just feel I don't know, man. I would feel bad for Jimmy if not bad, but bad for Jey if nothing comes out of this for him. At least a singles run with the
I've been
one
felt bad for
championship.
him because once he didn't win in COVID, I knew he wasn't getting a singles run. Once he didn't win the IC title in COVID, I knew he wasn't getting one.
Not even
As a matter of
well.
fact, didn't he have a match for the title? And it
No.
ended in DQ?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
No, he had a U.S.
Oh,
title
no.
match. You know that
he
night,
lost to Austin Theory. He
yeah,
lost
you know
to Austin
when
Theory.
Jey and Jimmy were
Yeah.
gonna turn on Roman. That's when
Oh
he had
wait,
a
he
U.S.
lost
title
lost
match.
to
Theory.
But no, I think that was a DQ. I think
That was a DQ. That was a
It was,
DQ.
but
That was also
that-
a Vince era
That was
match.
also, I know, but
No,
Yeah, Vince was technically
no,
Vince
that
took the
wasn't
pen.
Vince.
No, that was when Vince came back in. That's when
when he came back.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas can't even beat Austin Theory, and y'all want him to beat Gunther. What a fuck.
Hey, we wanted him
that was DQ. That was DQ, bro.
It was DQ, but still, bro. Anybody losing to Austin Theory pretty much after Cena was like, come on.
That was the point of the story.
So are we? So
you know what?
So hold on. Realistically, because if Liv Morgan is no longer Dallas Cowboys, what is Jey Uso then? He ain't got no championships.
Well, that nigga. Well, you know who Jey Uso is? The Bengals. The Bengals. That's what.
No, Jey Uso the Bills. He go to the finals every time and lose.
Now we need to think of a team that everybody loves that never wins, not counting the Cowboys. A team that everybody loves, like the general mass.
Vikings. The Vikings.
The '60s Lakers.
The Vikings.
A team that everybody loves but that never wins.
The Cardinals. Everybody hype them niggas up every year. He the Cardinals, bro.
When they make a Super Bowl?
That's wild.
Wait, Jey Uso's the Miami Heat because he's got aura. He gets cheered a lot. Everybody loves playoff Jimmy. Everybody loves playoff.
No, you can call him Jimmy Butler. You can call him Jimmy Butler. You call him Jimmy Butler.
No, here's the thing.
Jimmy Butler, he Jimmy Buckets.
I love Jimmy Butler.
I love Jimmy.
That's probably a better comparison.
No, here's the thing. The Miami Heat, we over exceed your expectations. Jey Uso right now.
That's true.
Just keeps on lowering expectations because he's a fucking main event loser.
But I would say Jey over exceeded expectations too.
Hey, wait. Whose expectations is he not delivering for? Because I never expect him to do this.
Your name main event. Jey Uso, he losing regular main event matches.
That's wild, man.
He losing regular main event.
It's just crazy.
Hey, Jey Uso fans, we're telling me that I'm ugly just because I said he should go to NXT and beat Trick. That's a match he can win. That's a match he can win in the main event.
That's disrespectful,
I'm not opposed to that now.
That's a match he can win in the main event. How's that?
That's Jimmy. Jimmy can have that.
I said
Jimmy
you
can have
go
that.
face Trick. Natalia face Roxanne. You go face Trick, bro. Go ahead.
That's crazy.
Realistically, I think Jey has over exceeded expectations as a baby.
Jay's not KD. Stop.
Bro said the Heats.
Bro, they
Someone
said
KD.
You want to say Poppy?
I mean, they got no rings. I mean, they both got no rings. No. Let's not lie. Let's not lie.
Hey, actually,
yeah, he has to.
Hey, you got two. Actually,
let's stop lying.
Actually, Tegan, you're right. You want to know why? Because Jey Uso at his peak was when he was with what? The Bloodline, aka the 2017-2018 Warriors. Then he went out on his own.
But he ain't got no titles to back it up though.
KD don't have titles either.
But
he has no legitimate championships, bro. I'm sorry.
It's KD.
We need to stop lying.
Left the Warriors.
Yeah, KD got 2 titles
before.
No, he don't. Why are we lying?
Yes.
Hey man, he shot that shot in LeBron's face. That was
maybe Jey Uso is Jason Tatum. Maybe Jason Tatum right now.
That was an exhibition game. I'm sorry, that don't count.
Nah, because they like Jey Uso. They don't like Jason Tatum like that.
Jey Uso is actually good too, so we don't do that.
That's crazy.
Jey Uso is actually good.
No, I mean, he got to be. I don't know. Jey Uso, I feel like Jey Uso
is actually good. We got Tatum.
He's in the middle where it's like,
fuck Tatum.
He deserves to have something, but there's other people who are also deserving. So it's just the timing of everything. Plus, there are other people who are overshadowing him as main event stars too, because they're more believable as main event stars.
It's kind of like Dolph Ziggler. There was a period of time where Dolph Ziggler should have been.
Hey, Nate, your boy be getting slandered, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, Dolph Ziggler actually won the world title.
I'm sorry, Nate. But hey, you right.
They said Jey Uso's Lamar Jackson.
And Money in the Bank.
Hey, Lamar Jackson might be cooking, gang. He might be cooking, but look. The reason why I said Dolph, Nate, and I know you hated that, but there was a time where they should have pushed Dolph to the moon, and they kind of did it, but kind of did it, right? Yeah. So, and then nothing ever came up. You had, at the bare minimum, 3 golden opportunities to officially stamp Dolph Ziggler as a consistent main eventer and top star. You messed up, even though he got hurt. You messed up when he got concussed after winning the world title and then basically just kind of threw him by the wayside. You messed up after Survivor Series when he came back 3-1. And you messed up when he beat Miz in that title versus career just to lose it back to Miz again. Those were 3 times you could have. And Jey Uso, COVID, you could have made him IC champion right next to Roman. They could have been running that brand. You didn't do it. Then he went on his own. Hasn't won a singles title match ever to this day. Right? You didn't have him beat Austin Theory. I get not having him beat Gunther. And then the one title he did win, he lost 9 days later. And then he lost to Damian Priest and Gunther again.
They said Jey Uso is the Saints. After Drew Brees left them, they were nothing. When Jey Uso left Roman, he couldn't win shit.
Hey, they ain't lying. My Saints is trash.
Fair.
They ain't lying.
That's fucking wild.
Wow,
I'll say
Braxton,
KD,
you're now public enemy number
Someone said he the Dolphins too, bro. That's kind of crazy.
No, because anything the Dolphins do, that's exceeding expectations. So we're not doing that, bro.
Is Jey Uso not exceeding expectations too?
I guess eventually paying.
No.
Jey Uso, no. What the fuck? His name is main event, and you losing in the mid card. I'm not.
That's wild,
Jey
bro.
Uso, Paul George.
Hey, so when Tua
Paul
gets
George
that $50 million a year contract, is that exceeding expectations?
When Tua gets that contract, I will no longer be alive. So there's that.
That's crazy.
Wait, bro, he might get one soon.
I'd rather have Kenny Pickett and Justin Fields before I did with Tua.
Relax on Kenny. Justin Fields okay, but relax on Kenny.
I don't. Jey Uso's Tua. That's fucked up. Why? Because they Samoan. That's fucked up.
Oh, wow.
That's fucked up.
Didn't even think.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe something will happen with Jey. I don't really know at this point. I don't really know at this point if anything's gonna come of it. Because I don't really know.
Hey, this can't be Jey's
I kind of feel like.
Gotta defend it.
I kind of feel like.
Bro, man, wait till you win the Money in the Bank, bro. Just wait.
I don't see him winning Money in the Bank either, man. I don't see it, man.
I'd be cool with that.
I'd be cool with. Hey,
I wouldn't be
Sammy
against
hadn't won
it.
the IC title. If Sammy hadn't won the IC title, I would have said, please put it on Sammy.
So Nate, you think he gonna win Money in the Bank? Who you think he challenges if he wins?
I think he can take it from Drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's not taking off Cody. He's not taking off Cody. I mean, you have a year. You have a year.
Gotcha.
You have a year.
How you gonna have it taken off Drew when Gunther right there though?
He will never.
Hey! Listen. You know what Malik said earlier? The Rock beating Cody, Jey beating Rock. There we go. That's your solution. Take the title right on Rock with Jey.
I mean, realistically, Lewis said it was going to take a lot to beat Gunther. So I mean, Gunther has already beaten Jey twice.
I can see Gunther having like
no.
Wait. No, let me finish.
I'm just saying, bro. That's what I was saying.
I'm sorry, Nate.
I can see Gunther having like a really like competitive match at WrestleMania, and then Jey Uso cashing in. And like, but the year prior, like Gunther's bullying this man, like always saying like he's a fraud, he sucks, you're shit. When the bell rings, type shit, and then he cashes in at WrestleMania.
Okay,
hey, it's fine. Or night after.
Can I say something real quick? I'm tired of baby faces. I'm tired of baby faces doing the surprise cash in. Dead that shit. Please,
bro. That's
wait. Nah, it depends on the person.
The history of the. You think only heels have won the briefcase?
Races towards baby faces?
Huh?
Are you booking races towards baby faces?
No, I'm saying they should win. They can win Money in the Bank, but not the surprise cash in.
You think they have to announce
it depends on the baby face.
It depends on the story. Because when Ambrose did it, thumbs up.
Yeah,
because that made perfect sense.
I'm gonna go. Mo and Malik. I'm gonna address both of y'all at the same time. But Mo, I'm coming to you first.
Solo was back.
Why me first, man?
Because
Solo winning Money in the Bank,
bro. Money in the Bank.
That's
literally the only person that like literally went against like cashing in on a surprise, in at least like historically, maybe not made more of late, was Cena. Because Cena was too much
RVD.
Well, yeah,
one of the greatest cash ins of all time.
I'm not saying it's not, but my thing is, baby faces have won. It's not like it's only been heels. Baby faces have won that briefcase multiple times and cashed in. Daniel Bryan, when he cashed in, was a baby face at the time. Now he turned heel,
but he was slow turning. He was already slow turning when he cashed in.
The way Big E did it was good too.
He let y'all know.
Big E waited until Bobby Lashley got on his feet and he smacked the shit out of him. Like, I'm gonna cash in, so you better be ready.
Yeah, like I mean, if y'all want to say Braun Strowman announced it too, sure. But
here you go. Right? Here you go.
And then they turned him heel.
No, but here's the thing too, and Malik, this is why low key I have a bone to pick with you, sir, because everything that you just said about cashing in is the exact same logic I used for Damian Priest, and y'all didn't want to hear it. Gunther's too dominant. You can't beat him one-on-one, so you might as well cash in on him after he's had
the IC title. They didn't have the world title. They didn't have the world title at the time. You're talking about the IC title.
You were pushing for the cash card title to get cashed in on.
You really were, bro. egregious.
No, I
you were
wasn't. I
pushing
was
for
just
the
saying don't
IC
be surprised
title.
if it happened. I wasn't
No,
for it.
but this is for
Because
the
I said
world
multiple
title.
times I didn't want it to happen. I wanted it. What
Gotta cash
Damian
in on
Priest did,
Cody.
what Damian Priest did, I wanted to happen. I was the one advocating for it. But since y'all didn't want to hear it, I said, well, what are your other options? Fail cash in or a mid card? Pick one. That's what I was doing.
Well, I got a world title, so I think I won. So
I was the one
There
pushing.
you go.
All right, fellas. Well, we'll go ahead and
we
sign
still
off.
argue about Damian Priest. He's
Hey,
the world
also-
champion. Why we still arguing about
Can we move
him?
past this now?
Hey, he about to get
Since we're about
to lose it. He about to lose it.
Since we're about to get off, Double or Nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Not watching it.
I personally haven't.
You're not watching it for real?
I personally haven't
I've
watched.
stopped watching AEW personally.
I'm
I
watching
haven't
because
watched
my baby
AEW
Jamie Hater
since-
might come back tonight, and I gotta be there. You know.
I haven't watched.
I'll
AEW
probably end up checking it out.
I haven't
I'll
watched
watch it.
AEW since Jack Perry attacked Tony Khan, and Tony Khan was wearing a neck brace. So why is Daniel Bryan a babyface again?
Because
No one knows,
He
bro.
turned
Because he's
face a
Team
while
AW.
back.
He made
Bro,
that
he's like Tony Khan Snitch. That's why.
Didn't
He's
he
like
turn face a
as
while
AEW
back,
as
though?
it comes.
He's representing AEW as like one of the locker room.
Yeah,
leaders.
he's like I think
Also,
he's Tony Khan Snitch.
He
He like has like the burners and
and it
stuff.
also
He
makes
snitches on people.
and it also makes sense because
Wait,
Tony.
like, are you talking about in real life, or are you talking about
Yes.
kayfabe?
Yes.
No,
Both.
Tony Khan has it under contract that if anything were to ever happen to him, like if he got seriously hurt or if he's like dead or something, the company is
From the
going to
coke?
be appointed to Bryan Danielson.
Wait, for
Damn,
real?
I didn't even know that.
I ain't know
That's
that.
wild.
No, I knew he said
to
he
run
would.
everything else, like
He would,
creative
he
and all
would
that. That
trust
would be
Daniel
Bryan.
Bryan to run the show if Tony Khan couldn't be there. I remember that.
Basically, if he's dead or gets hurt, Bryan Danielson runs the
That's
show.
wild. That's a lot of trust. That's wild.
No wonder Bryan
So apparently
Danielson
they
ain't
just
coming
made
back to
an announcement
WWE.
for
I
the
would've
guys that are watching this. The people that are watching this, right? They're gonna watch
I
Double or
could book
Nothing.
myself to be world champ right now, and nobody gonna be
They-
mad.
Yeah, but like
They
I
announced-
thought Orange Cassidy and Trent Barretta already had their feud. It's still going.
Nah, it's the blow off.
No, it's the blow up.
Bro,
Yeah.
I hate this feud.
I'm just
because-
asking because I haven't watched.
Let me tell you why I hate that Orange Cassidy Trent Barretta feud. I felt like this feud should have been for the international title, and that's where Trent should have beat Orange Cassidy. The fact that it doesn't have the international title involved, it's what the fuck?
Oh,
the
also too, why is Will Ospreay fighting for that title?
Because they're not ready to do Ospreay and Swerve.
Because they got to put.
Yeah, they're not
they gotta
doing
put
Ospreay and
someone
Swerve
on
yet.
Yeah.
Ospreay's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
lose.
not doing.
No, Ospreay's
No,
gonna
about
beat
to win.
him. Ospreay's gonna
He's
win.
gonna win. He's gonna win. He's
So are they
winning.
gonna do title for title?
No,
They're not running it yet.
They're not doing
They're not
that.
doing it yet.
When is Ospreay and Swerve supposed to happen?
Maybe next
I
year.
don't fucking know. Probably next year.
Y'all think
Ever?
Swerve's having? I mean,
Wait, y'all think
this is-
next
this
year?
is a
Y'all don't think
genuine
All In?
question. This is a genuine
Bruh,
question. Y'all
I
don't
mean,
think Swerve is? Y'all think
think
Swerve is
who's
having that long
Ospreay
of a
losing
title
that
reign?
title to? In the
Yeah.
Wait, real quick.
Who's Swerve facing tonight?
Christian.
Christian
He's
Cage.
gonna be Christian.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
losing. I mean, he's
winning.
beating Christian. He's beating.
But,
He
but do
whooping
y'all think
Christian
Swerve
ass.
is gonna have
Fuck
that long
all
of a
of you.
title reign though?
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't watched, so I don't know.
Not a 365. I mean, depends
Man,
on
the
when they
fact
do it.
they
They
got
could do
my
a
guy
revolution.
Orange Cassidy facing
It's a
Trent
toss
Barretta.
up
Bro, when
because
they
I can
put
see
Swerve
Ospreay
basically
winning it all in.
Because I just didn't see a world Will Ospreay wouldn't be fighting for that title in London. Honestly,
That's
I didn't think that
They
was.
changed.
Bro, when they put Swerve in the middle of the
Oh,
of the show, when he first
I know.
won the world title, I stopped caring.
I know who's beating Swerve, and I fucking hate it, but it's gonna happen. Fucking Jack Perry. Jack Perry.
I'm not
If
watching.
Jack
Perry.
Perry
No.
beats Swerve,
I'm not
Bro,
watching.
he called the EVPs bitches like two shows in a row, bro. Like I was like, nope, Jack Perry's got it.
I'm not
That's
watching.
him.
I'm not watching.
That's him. That's him.
hey, at least let it be Okada, not Jack.
It's gonna be him.
Perry.
It's gonna be Jack
Has,
Perry.
has he actually gotten better though? I haven't seen like the Jack
Who,
Perry.
Jack
No,
Perry?
it's still the same little bitch that we know.
No.
I haven't
His-
seen in the
his-
ring.
that nigga got
His-
choked out. I don't care about him.
His
I'ma say
promos
outside the
in
ring, all right.
his promos in the ring still suck, but like his off scripted promos, like the ones they do for social media, they're like 50 seconds. They're pretty good. So, but he's still Jack Perry, bro.
In ring
He
has
ass.
never been a
He
problem for him
ass.
either. In ring,
But they're not. He's not being shown as much, which is good because he's fucking ass. So
He's oralist, bro.
he is oraless. I mean, putting him with the elite was the best thing for him because
He moves.
if he returned
just a
on
little
his
less than
own,
Will Ospreay.
if he was on his own, nah, that shit would be
Oh,
trash.
and then side note, because I haven't watched him this week, so then we can really end the show. Didn't Kenny Omega make his return?
Nah,
He's still hurt.
He's not. He's still hurt, bro. He's hurt.
So he just showed up on TV.
He just did that to talk.
He
did it to build up the story.
Yeah, he has the diverticulitis.
He did it to he has diverticulitis,
and he just had the surgery, so he's in recovery now.
Oh, I mean, fair enough. I just remember they announced him coming back.
No, but they did greenlit him to build up the next match with Okada, though. So
damn, somebody said Jack Perry beating Ospreay.
Is this Mercedes? This is Mercedes' first match.
Two bums.
Yeah, first match. This is
mid and mid.
Yeah.
We all know that means she got to lose, right?
She winning.
She's facing Willow Knight.
She's winning, bro. She's winning, bro.
She winning.
She's
gonna win her dance.
Yes.
She better.
Why the fuck would she lose?
She better.
Oh man, she lose. I'm acting a fool.
I'm not saying.
Oh, that chat gonna be toxic.
I'm not saying
that
she
chat
will
gonna
lose,
be toxic.
but it'll just prove point if she does lose
it's
that
gonna
she's
be
the worst
toxic
for
either way, bro.
It'll just prove that.
All right, relax, bro. Relax.
No, she got it.
The only reason I'm watching is one, my favorite wrestler of all time is having a world title shot, so I'm gonna support my guy. And two, Jamie Hayter has a good chance of coming back, so I'm watching that. So,
what's the AEW
Edge
Women's
and
Championship feud?
See, I was about to say, I want Malachi Black to whoop Edge.
I'll watch
Tony
that.
Storm
That's
and
it.
Serena Deeb.
I'm only watching it for Edge.
That
That's
match
it.
is gonna
Ain't gonna watch that.
Who's Edge, bro?
I don't know no goddamn Adam Copeland. That poverty ass name.
The sad thing is,
Malachi Black. We need. Hey, Malachi Black is getting a singles match.
He should win. He should win, but I think they're gonna make Adam Copeland win, bro.
Bro, do y'all see Ultra cussing, bro?
Ultra's always saying stupid shit. He's always saying stupid shit.
Hey,
This
guess
chat,
what?
my chat.
I think Jay White's actually on the show this week. I think he actually.
It's not the buy-in. I thought it was the buy-in.
I think he actually made it. That's what I heard. I'm not sure.
He's still stuck in that damn. He's still stuck in that damn faction stuff.
They just made an announcement on the buy-in. If
AEW has the greatest roster ever.
Hold on. They made an announcement for the buy-in.
So they said the winner of this year's Owen Cup will get World Championship matches at All In.
As they should have been doing.
Oh, who's in
it should have been, but hey, I love.
You know where they got this idea from? You know where they got this idea from? The King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. Yeah.
But they should have done this a long time ago. They should have done this a long time. It's so easy. It's such a layup.
Hey,
your next Tony Khan video, you gotta put that in there, bro.
Can we actually stack this tournament instead of just putting like two winners and like a bunch of mid-carders?
Hey, the Continental Classic was stacked.
It was.
They put old Jeff.
No. The Continental Classic on the gold side was stacked. The blue side, we had fucking Brody King and Andrade, and I'm good, bro. Andrade at the time, he wasn't even no mid-carder. He was fucking
there. He was there.
Brody King was doing fuck all.
Never mind. Wait. Yeah. I think Jay White made it on. Yep, he made it on the main card.
It's not the buy-in. Okay.
It's not the buy-in.
So before we sign off, read out what's all the matches. I need to know all the matches.
All right, so I'm gonna get the main card because no one gives a fuck about the pre-show. Adam Copeland, Malachi Baptist, barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW TNT Championship.
Barbed wire steel cage.
If Copeland loses, he must bend the knee and join the House of Black. Roderick Strong defends the international championship against Will Ospreay. Trent Beretta defends face Orange Cassidy. Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. John Moxley versus Kenoshi Takeshita. This is an eliminator match. This is not for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
This is for Takeshita to go to Japan to get a shot. Which is
anyway. Timeless Tony versus Serena Deeb should be a good match. Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes, and then we still got more. Elite versus Team AW, Danielson, Darby, and FTR, and Swerve versus Christian.
Also, the Trent Beretta Orange Cassidy match can't have no outside stuff. It's a straight up normal wrestling match.
It makes me mad though, because why couldn't that be for the international title? Why couldn't you? Why couldn't you propel Trent Beretta?
You know what's even worse? Having an eliminator match on a paper.
That shit is ass because
that's
basically if Takeshita wins, then he goes to New Japan.
He goes to New Japan to get a shot. Facts.
Hey, Braxton,
that they're building.
Easily could have had that match on Dynamite.
Why are they doing a title, an eliminator match for a title that's not AEW?
Wait, is the show on right now?
I hate that.
Yeah, Will Ospreay and
Roderick let John Moxley win it, bro.
Ospreay and Roddy going? All right, y'all.
Yeah, so we're going to have to dip out soon.
I'll have fun.
Great show, y'all. We watching Double or Nothing. Catch us.
All right, gang.
What happened to Kyle O'Reilly?
He's hurt.
He's back. He's helping Edge. He's helping Edge.
Make sure you guys go follow. We also are on Spotify, like we said, so you guys can check us out live on Spotify. The same name, No Name Wrestling Podcast, and you guys can check us out live. And we'll be back next week with the spin the wheel of conversations that we'll be having. So,
shoot.
Be interesting.
Not again.